is ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
The Ponchatoula Strawberry Festival is happening April 11th through the 13th. Enjoy live music, rides, and delicious food like strawberry shortcakes, beignets, and daiquiris. Thousands visit the strawberry capital of the world annually in Ponchatoula. For info, visit LAStrawberryFestival.com.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers, LA 21-12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 7 a.m. here on Monday, April 7th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect cloudy skies with a high of 62. In hour one of today's show, we'll recap LSU baseball series sweep over the Oklahoma Sooners, talk about the gymnastics team advancing in the NCAA tournament, and some LSU softball. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number one of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah!
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yo! What's happening in Baton Rouge? What's happening in Louisiana? Hope everybody's having a great Monday, April 7th, 2025. We got a big OTB planned for you, a lot to get to. Big weekend to recap, both on and off the respective fields. Another great weekend overall for LSU, which we will get into. I'm T-Bob Hebert. He's Jacob Hester. We got Alondra Villarreal, Taylor Sharp hanging out with you today as well. Jakey, what's up, man? How we feeling?
Feeling great. Did get home a little bit late last night.
Oh, yeah?
We had a baseball tournament in Metairie, and
Terrible.
The Tigers aren't the only one that swept. The Lugnut swept 5-0.
Oh, wow.
Won the tournament down in Metairie.
What, do you get rings for that?
We did, and a trophy.
Oh, wow. Hell yeah.
And I showed them what Baton Rouge was all about.
The Lugnut's got a lot of rings now, huh? What's the deal? How many rings are in that ring box for the old Lugnut?
There's a couple. There's a few. But this one was fun. We
gotta be outdoing Papa's ring box.
Oh, they've probably already did that. But it was fun to get outside of Baton Rouge, play some new teams, some great teams, good sportsmanship all around. It was a fun tournament. We got home at 9:30 last night, but you know what? Still a lot of fun.
C'est la vie. Shout out to all the parents that had to wake up early on Saturday after their respective school auctions and whatnot to go to T-ball and everything else.
Did you get up early?
No, I'm not
after
doing T-ball.
After that, by the way, T-Bob did fantastic hosting the U-High Gala. Yeah, I mean, we were up there together, but you were definitely getting the money out of everyone.
Well, also, it did, the sound, we had to overcome some sound adversity. Jake's mic was like,
yelling.
I mean, Jake was like yelling into his mic and you could barely hear him, but it went well. It went well. Thank you to everyone who came out to the gala on Friday. The biggest of thank yous to everyone who bid, everyone who donated items to be bid on, and the incredible team that put the entire event together.
It was a fun night. Very
fun night. Took me about 48 hours to recover. Saturday was a hellish day. Thank God that I did not have T-ball. I felt so many parents had to wake up at like 8:30, 9, 10. I don't know if me and my wife have ever been on the struggle bus as bad as we were on Saturday.
Yeah, we didn't have to leave from Metairie until like 9:30, so it was like it's still like we got to sleep in a little bit because there's a lot of weekends, T, that we'll play like in Zachary, games at 8, got to be there at 7. And we don't live close to Zachary where I live.
I ain't ready for that life yet. But yeah, it was a great weekend. I know there were auctions going on all over the place, so everybody had a great Friday night. Our own Alondra and Tay were out there at Rock the Country over the weekend. A little Nickelback Friday night, guys.
Yeah.
How did it go? How was it seeing Nickelback live?
I'll let Tay take this one.
Guys, I woke up Saturday morning, and sometimes you just feel like a new man when something significant happens in your life.
Yeah.
And that's how I felt.
Yeah.
In all seriousness, it was great. Like, it was a great time. Chad Kroeger still got it. I mean, still sounds as good as he ever did.
Really?
He mentioned he just
Sounds
turned
great.
50. And I didn't realize he was
He's
that
50?
old. He's
Yeah.
50. Doesn't look 50. I mean, dude's jacked.
That
He
makes
looks
sense.
good. He sounds
looks good.
Yeah.
He was great.
Makes sense that he's 50 though.
It does when you stop and think about
Yeah.
it. But he doesn't look 50 like
No,
they're saying.
like,
no,
just
he
looking
looks
at him, but
great.
he said on stage, he's like, I just turned 50 not long ago. I was like, I want to look like
Sounds
that when I'm
great.
50. I want to look like
Yeah.
that now.
You said he had great stage presence.
He really
Very
did.
Oh,
charismatic.
He was
very funny.
He brought people on stage. Like, he was good.
He brought this kid up to do Rockstar with him.
Oh,
And
no
I was like,
way.
oh,
Did the kid
man.
know Rockstar?
He knew. Well,
No,
I say
they
kid,
turned
but he
his
was,
mic down a little bit. You
Yeah.
couldn't hear him a ton, but I mean, he was still
he
up
was
there.
It's
there.
like
He
Jake's
knew the
auction mic.
words. Yeah.
They gave him the Jake auction mic.
Well, I was just glad I got a mic actually after the beginning.
Yeah, that's
there was,
true.
There was one mic. We're
That's
sharing
true.
it. Sorry,
That
though.
was, we made it, though.
There's adversity, but we
doing a good night.
overcame.
Yeah, exactly. Alondra, you were kind of working the event, so
Yeah.
what was your perspective on Chad and Nickelback? And is it time to stop the Nickelback slander?
It has always been time to stop the Nickelback slander. I talk about this regularly on Coffee and Flannel.
Yes.
I'm like, what is going on? Why are we doing this? Them and Creed, like, I don't get where it all happened. And I don't understand why it happened because they both make incredible music. And, like, I get that some of it can be kind of, I think it's like making fun of it. Like, Rockstar can be kind of like a shallow song, and some of the songs can be a little cheesy.
little butt rock, I think is what
and
people
can,
call it.
And it can be, but why does everything have to be so deep? Like, just have fun. The
True.
music's fun. It's like you put it on and you just get lit. Like, you just want to have a good time, and that's what we did on Friday. It was so much fun.
We were talking about it walking in. Like, they made us park like down the street. We had to walk to it. I'm looking around. I'm like, for a band that everybody hates, they sure do draw a hell of a crowd. 'Cause,
Right.
like, that
I
thing
imagine it was packed.
It was
Yeah, I
packed.
imagine it was
I don't know
packed.
how me and Tay ran into each other because there's so many people there that I don't know how we just kind of like.
It was by accident?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was literally walking by.
I was
hit her on
walking
the arm.
by, yeah, and I was like, "Who is
nice.
touching me?" I was, you know me, I don't like crowds, so somebody grabbed me, and I was like,
Made me very happy to see that y'all got to meet up for a little half of OTB pick there at
Yeah.
Rock the Country. What were the other standout highlights at Rock the Country over the
I
weekend?
mean, I literally only went for Nickelback and left, so
Okay.
that's all I got for you.
Alondra, you worked the whole weekend. Who else stood
Well,
out? Or no?
I just went Saturday to help with pass out stuff and with the tent and everything, but I didn't stay Saturday.
Okay.
I didn't do Kid Rock again. I couldn't do another day. And it was a trek out there.
Yeah.
Like, it takes me like 40 minutes to get out to the fairground. So I didn't feel like going out there again.
Wait, the U.S. ambassador Kid Rock was out there Saturday?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was.
Hell yeah.
And I think he wore something similar to the tuxedo, like the red tuxedo that he has.
Jake,
go.
I did not see him personally, but I know someone who saw Mark Chestnut, said he killed it.
Oh, no, he did. I know he did. I
I
bet he played Bubba, shot the jukebox,
bet
and the
he
place
did.
shut down.
I think so. yeah.
probably
Yeah.
went crazy.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like that was a ton of fun.
It was.
Shout out Nickelback. There will never be another word uttered of Nickelback slander on this show.
No, never.
Off the Bench has decided that we are unequivocally and officially pro Nickelback. So, a lot of sports to get to. LSU baseball, freaking fantastic, unbelievable sweep in shockingly cold weather up there in Norman. You had LSU softball take 2 of 3 off of Alabama. Yeah, Sunday tripped up again. Got to figure out the Sunday thing, but softball continuing to play very well. LSU gymnastics continuing to dominate, winning what, according to Coach Jay Clark, was the toughest regional in the entire tournament. A couple of 198 scores, the first time they've ever posted back-to-back 198s in the regional round. They are now on to the Final 8. You had the men's and women's Final 4 taking place. As Chad is already mentioning, all of our enemies are falling. UConn gets it done against South Carolina. Texas A&M beating Tennessee. And I'm not going to lie, y'all kind of needed this for Tennessee, right? It feels like it's been a very long time since you've seen the volunteer baseball program trip up a little bit, right?
Yeah.
I mean, when was like, because it feels like last year it just was a made year for them the entire time. They just rode their chariot and never really dealt with any adversity, it didn't feel like. And then into this season, they're just kicking ass, under the blah, 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 blah. Well, it was in Knoxville, right?
Yeah, it was at home.
Well, a home series loss to an A&M team that was absolutely flailing.
Run ruled game 2.
Mwah. That's the good stuff. Now, it doesn't mean A&M comes online and comes live. We will have to wait and see. But either way, love to see a little wrench thrown in Tennessee's gears there. What else happened over the weekend? Men's Final Four. My concrete take blew up, smashed against the pavement, if you will.
You almost had it.
As remember, the whole take that I had in our article before this tournament started was there was simply too much concrete in Houston for them to win a national championship, as opposed to Duke, who had chose, and it looked like the Blue Devils had it, only to absolutely blow it. But good. I mean, F him. Who cares? Duke's like the most unlikable people ever, and who doesn't want Kelvin Sampson to win a championship, right?
Yeah, no,
I mean,
I'm with you.
He's the fan favorite, right? Like,
I would think he has to be.
Yeah.
Outside of Chris Doering, I mean, I don't know anybody that's going to be rooting for the Florida Gators.
Except for maybe you, because you chose them to win the Nats.
No, I don't care. I hope that bracket's wrong. I'm the only one that has the actual ability to even win, have a champion in our brackets, because every other team, we just marked them out. I mean, your team lost in the first round, but Tete Alondra, they had different teams winning.
Do it big. That's what I say. Okay, but you are stating for the record officially that you would rather be wrong.
Oh, yes.
Okay, and Florida not.
Absolutely.
Good. I'm just making sure you're not too far gone here.
No.
This makes me very happy.
No.
This makes me very happy. So we got a national championship game set for tonight. Again, just a ton to get to. What did I miss over the weekend? Anything else?
LSU Gymnastics moving on.
Okay, well, you didn't listen.
I
just did a whole LSU Gymnastics.
He actually went like
try again, take a
minute
lap.
and a half.
I'm going to forgive you because I know you've got.
You're right. I was not paying attention.
I know you've got Chad Kroger floating through the mind, so I'm going to forgive you here.
The website live for you.
I'm going to forgive you. Don't worry, it's all good. It's all good. Did we miss anything else though? Anything else?
I mean,
yeah,
Texas sweeping Georgia.
Yeah.
Oh, Texas swept Georgia?
Yeah.
Okay. Love to see that. You know, when you
they might be
lose to a team,
they
you want
might
them to
be
do
the
well.
new number one team in the country. I hadn't looked at it. I don't know if it's out yet. Texas might, after Tennessee drops the series, Texas 11-1 in the SEC now.
Yeah.
15-3 at home, 6-0 on the road, 26-4. I know they had the midweek loss, but
let's hope that D1 baseball can get the torpedo bat out their butt and rank LSU appropriately.
Yeah.
What is it, like 7th
We're
or something
7th.
coming in the weekend?
So,
I mean, it
okay.
doesn't really matter.
No,
it's just
it
a pride
doesn't.
thing. But I love complaining like, 7th. Okay, look at that. That's a road sweep.
I'll complain about it.
Freaking
We dropped
nerds.
4 spots after losing to Texas.
Yeah,
the
you
series.
didn't get swept. It was 2 of 3 on the road.
Yeah, 2 or 3 on the road.
And like
where
Georgia-
If
tight.
Georgia doesn't drop like 4 or 5 spots,
yeah,
I'm
because
gonna
Georgia's 3.
Yeah, they're 3rd. I think it's.
Yeah, Tennessee, Arkansas, Georgia, Florida State, Texas,
Yeah.
Clemson, LSU. But, I mean, Texas sweeping the number 3 team in the country, they might jump all the way up to 1.
Yeah.
Did it-
Again, like T said, it doesn't really matter, but still.
But it's fun. It is still fun to complain about and watch and make fun of when teams rise and or fall. And once again, just proving what a fickle game baseball could be, which is a great way to set the scene for what a dominant weekend it was
Yeah.
for LSU baseball.
But it'll probably be Texas or Arkansas.
Arkansas played Mizzou.
Yeah, and I think they only won 2 of 3.
That was
I
the
think
funniest
they swept.
thing.
They did?
I think they did,
Okay.
yeah.
Was Todd Walker just very
Being like number 1
blatantly,
Mizzou hater.
yeah, just very blatantly making fun of Mizzou. Not even, well, again, maybe not blatantly.
Well,
just,
he would say something, he'd be like, well, outside of Mizzou.
yeah, outside of Mizzou, yes. By extension, being like, well, except for Mizzou sucks. So yeah, look, we got a big time show day, but I promise you, the vast majority of this first hour is going to be spent on this LSU baseball team, because you witnessed you witnessed a lot of stuff this weekend that you just have not seen very often. And it starts on the mound. But let's go ahead and get there next here on Off the Bench.
Off the bench.
Speaking of baseball, what's the perfect beer to pair with some baseball this spring season? It's Dos Equis. So next time somebody asks you what you want to drink, you say, I want to go for Dos, okay? Some Dos Equis. Put a little lime on it, a little salt on it. And look, maybe you want to go watch the Final Four tonight. Maybe you want to go watch LSU softball here in about 10, 11 days, the gymnastics. It doesn't matter. Whatever spring sport you're watching, the beer to get is Dos Equis.
It's the beer to get if you're watching sports. It's the beer to get if you're sitting down at a restaurant. It's the beer to get if you're just hanging out with friends. It's certainly going to be the beer that you grab whenever you go spring break. Maybe you're going to the beach tea. Feels like that is always going to be the right choice. And so there's not a bad time to go for Dos. You should do it. We're going to do it. Go ahead and get it done with Dos Equis.
Dos Equis, por favor.
Pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart.
Welcome back to the best morning sports show around. Sorta. It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Yo, how about it, boys? LSU, after the sweep, now 30-3. 10-2 in the SEC. 3 series sweeps. My God, guys, I think we got a good one. I think we got a good one. What a crazy weekend in Norman, Oklahoma. It all got started Thursday night with Cade Anderson, and it continued through with only 4 more guys. But here's how I think I want to do. Okay, so I do want to go through the game 2 and 3 kind of individually and highlight the big moments and whatnot. But I'm going to start with some high-level kind of bird's-eye view stats. Koki Riley, today's Advocate, has his like kind of 5 facts article this every month. It's a great piece. But LSU this weekend only used 5 pitchers and did not allow an earned run in all 27 innings. They struck out 35 and held Oklahoma to just 2 extra base hits. They held the Sooners to 2 of 26 with runners in scoring position. And again, we mentioned that like what you witnessed this weekend just has not happened that often. It's just the 3rd time since 1992 that LSU's gone 3 straight games without allowing an earned run. And that's 3 straight games. So I would have to guess, we could maybe hit up Todd Polides. I'd have to guess those other streaks would include like maybe a midweek or maybe a lesser opponent. This was a top 10 SEC road series in which you used 5 pitchers that did not allow a single earned run over 27 innings while striking out 35. Really bask in that for a moment and appreciate the greatness that we were just witness to over the weekend, dude.
T, this would be impressive if you did it against Missouri.
Yes.
Like at home, it would be impressive. It'd be impressive if you did it in one of those early series against Northeastern or some team from up north that's just here to open up your season. Be impressive.
Yep.
But the fact that you went on the road against a top 10 team in their building, they're fired up, right? This is, man, we get to host LSU in our building. And so they had some of their biggest crowds that they've had. And you go out there and do it to that team, that's what makes it the things that we're talking about and things that we'll talk about for a long time. And you said it on Friday, like we'll talk about what Cade Anderson did for a long time. I think we'll talk about this series for a long time because everybody came in, shut them down. I mean, to only use that amount of arms, to not give up an earned run, again, against a good baseball team, a team that Jay said, you know how you stop them from stealing? You don't let them on base.
True, yes. And that would prove to be very prescient, as they did not at all. Before we started getting into the games themselves, Alondra, you have been a big Nate Yeske defender. This is a big Monday for you. Obviously, Nate Yeske, the pitching coach for LSU, under fire last season, under fire after the Texas series.
Yeah.
Nate acquitting himself quite well against all the rumors.
I think so, and I think that a lot of people owe Nate Yeske an apology, and I really have been dying on this hill since he got on campus.
Yeah.
He's won pitching coach of the year multiple times, has multiple national championships, and a lot of postseason appearances with different teams. He knows what he's doing, and obviously you're not going to use only 5 pitchers the rest of the season, right? Like there's going to be times where you do have to go to the bullpen, but like, I mean, Cade Anderson's not going to throw a complete game every single weekend, unfortunately, but I mean, it just, he knows what he's doing. And I think that sometimes people can get a little frustrated with the bullpen, and that's fine. Like, but what was it last week? I was like, hold on, I want to defend the pen just a little bit. And it just, I hope that it just continues to be good because he really deserves a lot of apologies from a lot of different people.
Well, and look, and to be clear, yes, it's not always going to be this good. Again, this is a record weekend. It was incredible to watch. There will be adversity coming down the way, but you should celebrate accomplishment when it is this extreme. Also, sorry. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, like, don't take it from me. Take it from Todd Walker. He told you on Thursday or Friday when we talked to him, this LSU team and the bullpen included, we have enough to get to Omaha. Like y'all asked him.
Yes.
Do you think that there's enough there for us to make a postseason run? And he said that there is, and I believe there is too.
Well, and that's exactly where I was going to go as well, because look, we can't be so greedy as to expect to have some team that is just going to be, we have 7 arms that can come down and shut you down. No, it just doesn't exist. But what you do have, in especially Anderson, Ianson, Cowan, and Evans, is 4 guys that are locked the hell in, like as locked in as you can be. And with Chase Shores, it's not as dominant as those guys, but it's getting better.
It is.
And there's some real battle displayed, certainly on I say Sunday, you know what I mean, Saturday, game 3.
Yeah.
But like, yes, to your point, like, that's enough. And then at times, other guys are going to have to just show up in a big moment. Like, that's what it takes to win a championship.
Mm-hmm.
Think about any championship run you've ever had. There's legendary performances a la like Gilbert back against Oregon State back in the day to get you to the finals. That was not how he had thrown majority of that season.
He hadn't even been a starter that year. I mean, he was the
Atkinhausen start against Tennessee in the run up. Like, so you're this team is freaking good.
Also, like, your offense is 4th in the country in batting average.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
no, the offense is incredible.
Well, think about that, though. Like, your offense has led you in 2 games this series. They did not.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they scored 5 runs in 2 games. You won both of them.
Yeah, and to be fair, look, weird weather weekend.
Yeah.
Weird weather weekend. Freezing cold. They said
Boys
the
had
wind
the ski
chill.
mask on out
Bro,
there.
they said the wind chill on Saturday, it felt like 20 degrees.
Yeah.
It was actual temp 40, 20 with the wind howling in from center. Also, so wet and slippery on that turf. Did you see guys sliding to stop balls in the outfield?
Milam got thrown
what
out.
A bush. I know. Milam
horrible.
got screwed because that bush league turf.
The turf was going to be my weekend
Chris
loser.
was explaining it like he gets to the triple. He slid 4 feet before the third base bag and slid over the top of it, and the guy tagged him out.
And not even a little
almost did
over
it
the top
too.
of it. He slid like
he was in the
5
coach's
yards
box.
off of it, dude.
He was in
in
the
the
coach's
dugout.
box.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Curry almost did it too when he hit that double.
Yeah.
But he like hooked himself on the bag. But yeah, it was the turf needs to
what are we
go.
doing?
It's
Turf
gotta go.
with that cold, wet weather just come out. Now it did again. It led to some just shockingly impressive, tiny athletic moments.
Yeah.
Like Curiel and left on one of the hits, sliding for like 10 yards to perfectly scoop the ball on his hip, then pop up and turn around and throw it in. Like there was some funny looking stuff, but God, that made me so mad on the Milam triple.
How about that Jake Brown catch?
Yeah.
At the
Incredible.
fence. That was awesome. I put it in the doc just now if you want
Saturday,
to pull it up.
So I mean, again, if it like you want to help a guy in Chase Shores, who's maybe struggling with how he starts. It was who had the first one, right? It was Stanfield had the first
had
one, and then Jake Brown next, and you allow you allow Chase Shores to kind of find himself a little bit and not get touched up early on.
Yeah, while Tay-Tay's looking for that, I mean, obviously you mentioned Kason Evans and Zach Cowan, but like what they're doing right now, it's next level. Like that's an incredible catch by Jake Brown. Like it's next level.
Yeah.
Like it's not like good, it's not great, it's elite.
Yes.
So Kason Evans right now, 0.77 ERA. He's got a WHIP of 1. He's got 6 saves, 23 1/3 innings pitched. He's got 39 strikeouts. Hitters are batting $181 against him. Freshman. You got Zach Cowan, right? He's got a 0.92 ERA. His WHIP, 0.69. 0.69. Hits and walks per inning, right?
Yeah.
Giving up. Let's see. He's got 4 saves himself. In 29 1/3 innings, he's got 40 strikeouts. Hitters are batting $144 against him. That like when you have 2 guys at the back end of your bullpen and you've got 2 starters that are dominant as well, and you go into these series, T, where it's like we got to win 2. We want to sweep, but we got to win 2. Like that formula right now, I know that it might make some people uncomfortable because you don't have 12 deep in the bullpen. That's fine, but you've got a formula right now that in the postseason, if it sets up right, like Todd said, like Alondra's saying, you can make that postseason run just based off those 4 people alone. And then, like you said, you get 1, 2, maybe 3 guys to step up, and that's a championship team.
It's what's crazy is too, like the other guys probably aren't as bad as we're making them out to be.
Very true.
But like a light shines way brighter in a dark room. And so when everybody else is pitching blackout and not allowing even a single little flicker from the opposing offense, like, yeah, if somebody gives up maybe a run or two, that's going to feel way worse than it actually is. And they just haven't had a chance that much recently.
No, and the Texas series did not help the cause. But that was just a bad weekend for LSU all around.
Well, it was good for 1 3/5 of a game or 6/10 of a game. It was after that Curiel home run, everything for some reason seemed so even that is good because look how good Texas has gone on to be. So definitely on the mound, absolutely incredible. Offensively, though, as well. Again, this was a tough weekend for offense with that weather, and I continue to just love the LSU approach, top to bottom. So I mean, Stanfield, when that guy is hitting 9, being as productive as he is, I don't know what his stats ended up being on the weekend. I feel like maybe game 3 he didn't have as many, but
he got on base a couple times though in that game.
Okay,
like,
so I was saying game 1 and 2 though, it felt like every big play Stanfield and Hernandez were involved in one way or another.
Was it Friday? He went 4 for 4.
Was it?
One of the games was Friday.
Is that game 2?
It was Thursday or Friday.
Yeah, I think it was probably game 2. And then, you look at, speaking of Hernandez, as he's catching every single weekend, ends the weekend 6 of 12 with 3 doubles. He's hitting 340 in SEC play right now. Guys, that's the bottom of the lineup.
Yeah. This is when you needed him to get hot.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I want to talk about Derek Curiel, and he set a record over the weekend. But I guess, do y'all understand why I'm kind of stumbling over my words here? Hasn't even mentioned it. Do we just say what he's doing? I mean, we've mentioned it before, but I guess I'm getting more paranoid about
what?
Maybe, he's been
baseball, like when you speak something out.
He's been doing very good.
You're right.
And he just did something that no freshman at LSU has ever done.
Correct.
Yeah, he's been very good at getting on base every single game of his career.
Yeah, we're not putting numbers
thus far. Pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Pretty incredible stuff. And the best part is his quote after the weekend was about how he felt like he was struggling all weekend. a little bit behind. It's just amazing, dude. It's just amazing. They're offensively, defensively as well. The confidence out of these guys. Yeah. I mean, sure, there was I think the game 3, Braswell in the 9th was the only thing that made it like a little sketchy. But outside of that, it just seems like everybody top to bottom is so locked in, and Milam and Dickinson there in the middle are so good. Bear Jones is really good at first. For you think about it as this big bruiser that would be a little slow and lumbering, but his ability to stretch, his consistency. Hernandez, every time there's a strikeout and he has to throw down to first, seems like it's been they're 30-3.
Yeah.
We keep talking about winning 2 of 3. They have
streak.
3 out of 4 sweeps in the SEC.
They were 3-12 at one point last year in the SEC.
Yeah.
And fought back and, an out away from moving on to a super regional, just to kind of tell you where they were a year ago, and they were trying to figure things out. And they did at the end and made a run, but this team's got 3 sweeps already.
It's great. 3 sweeps, 4 chances, and the only one you did was on the road in Texas, in which, you were very close to winning that series. Stanfield had himself a weekend again. I felt like he was everywhere.
That Andrew Jones style catch in the series.
Oh, how about that?
Okay, all right. You feel comfortable doing that? That's fine. But there's only one guy that I've seen be able to do that.
This team as well. I need somebody who's better at like baseball analytics to provide some good context, like what Todd was talking about the other day when he's talking about pitches per at bat, because the plate discipline from this team, they don't strike out, they work counts, they hit oppo all the time.
Yeah,
like these cats are so comfortable letting the ball get deeper in the zone, and it's just something that there's like a maturity to the approach of this team at the plate that I don't know that we've really seen too often when you look at just top to bottom 1 through 9.
Well, that's something Jay really preaches and is really good about. The 23 team was good at it too.
Yeah. I mean, of course, right? I guess that's one of the hallmarks of a great team. So really fantastic weekend. If you want to give your biggest takes in the chat, go ahead. YouTube.com/1045 ESPN. Continue to get our final thoughts on baseball before we get into some other action from the weekend. Well, we can talk about the other side. More OTB coming up next.
Off the bench.
Guys, go to coolprohvac.com. Look, if you need AC or heating work, hit up the locals, okay, at Cool Pro. They're your neighbors. They give a damn, and they want to prove to you why they are the best option for you. And so maybe you just want to get a system checkup, make sure that you are good to go, and you're going to avoid any major catastrophic issues down the road, which we know how expensive these big-time AC repairs can be, especially in this part of the country. Well, you can work with Cool Pro, get an idea of what it's like, and then maybe explore like the Pro plan, right? $99 for the year. You get 24/7 monitoring, priority scheduling, 1-hour service windows. Go to coolprohvac.com today.
Yeah, when you go to the website, you can get everything scheduled on the side, but we tell you, man, it's just different. You're not waiting around 6 hours, 8 hours all day long. You're waiting an hour. 1 hour wait times. You're going to know exactly where your tech is, only with Cool Pro HVAC.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews.
You'll say we've got nothing in common. No common.
Welcome back to more sports talk with some other stuff mixed in. Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
you'll say the world has come between us. Our lines have come
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Off the Bench here at 104.5 ESPN. Devin Steve in the chat says 2-out hitting is elite. Yeah, that's another thing that we had to mention. I mean, game 2, top of the second inning. It was the 2-out inning that blew the 2-out hitting, that blew that game wide open. Started by Stanfield. You're at risk of getting nothing with a man on second and third. Stanfield comes up with the big hits, and then there was a couple more as well. I'm just clearing out my notes here. Ianson's breaking ball on Saturday was nasty. Like, it looked like a video game at times, the bend that he was putting on that thing. He looked like old James McAvoy in Wanted. Remember where you could curve the bullets? Yeah, which I don't know why that made sense, but like I do feel if I whipped a gun like that, I probably could give it like just a little bit of curve. Dude.
And they all like killed themselves at the end.
Yeah.
Well, they curve, and it goes and then the bullet goes through like 10 skulls. Like,
yes, shockingly fun movie. Had no right being as good as it was.
Yeah, I was hoping to get a second.
No right being as good as it was.
The second would have been awful, but I was hoping.
Also, the comic book, completely different, but worth checking out as well. Very cool comic book. Josh Pearson.
I was going to say Josh Pearson was the kind of last thing I had.
Yeah.
You know, Ethan Fry's somebody that's, played in that DH role, but Pearson gets to start in right field, and typically, like, he'll clean up when he's in the lineup, but moves down to 6 in the order, 2 of 4, 2 bombs, 3 runs scored. Those are the kind of performances that you need when you're, interchanging guys and you got lefty, righty, whatever the matchup might be, and like just to give you something like that veteran player. He's as veteran as they come. I mean, my man's been in school for a long time.
Yeah,
Feels like he's been here for a minute.
Nobody's hitting home runs this weekend.
No.
And he comes up with a column. I also think we're running the risk of, and that's why I want to mention it here, like maybe taking Bear Jones for granted because he's so consistent right now and he's so good that it's almost like you want to talk about some of the other guys because maybe it's a bit more surprising when Luis Hernandez is 6 of 12 from the plate. But like, I don't know. To be fair, I didn't even look up Bears series numbers. Like, I don't know where he finished at, but it just feels like he's just constantly getting hits, constantly getting on base. Bear Jones, fantastic once again. I've been wondering who Casey Evans looks like.
Uh-oh.
Kind of looks like Tony V.
Yes, he actually does.
That's like, it finally hit me.
Yes.
I was like, oh my God, dude. It looks like he looks like Tony V up there, dude.
Tony V looks like him.
Yeah, Tony V, yes. Thank you.
Right.
Sorry. Yeah, Tony V looks like Casey Evans. Yeah, and I agree with Nikki. Bear is quietly awesome on defense. He is. He's been so good on first.
It's kind of like when Tommy, he had like that big leap from the first year he was here to second where he was just really good at third base. And not that Bear was bad or anything, but it was a huge improvement.
Yeah.
He's one of those players, and it's not fair to Bear, but he's just one of those players where you're right. We just, like, we assume he's going to come to the ballpark and be, 2 for 5 with a walk and 2 doubles and 2 driven in.
Yeah.
Like and if he doesn't, it's like, oh, he's down today. It's just, that's the status that he's gotten to. And he's been just incredibly consistent. He gives you so much on obviously both, like we're talking about defense and offense, but when you have your leadoff hitter doing what he's doing, and then, a lot of that is because you got great plate discipline, but who's sitting there waiting on the on-deck circle.
Yeah, it's scary.
So you're going to get more opportunities. That's why he's batting second. That's why he's not batting cleanup. Like, he's a cleanup type of hitter, but you're putting him second, and it's working out for everybody in the lineup right now.
So I'm dumb. You know that when it comes to baseball especially. I'm just a fan. But I didn't realize that somewhere in the last few years, accepted baseball theories, you put your best hitter second in the lineup.
Yeah, it has changed. It used to be like a formula. Like, it was a formula of speed at 1, contact at 2, somebody it's going to be able to drive it in the gaps at 3. It can really handle the bat, and then obviously your home run hitter at 4. Yeah, that has kind of changed.
I've heard now that it's just best hitter at second because over the course of a season they get more at-bats. It's quite simple. But
that, and also when you have someone like Derek Curiel leading off that gets on base all the time.
Try to knock him in.
Yeah.
Try to knock him in early.
Look, and he's going to get pitches to hit because, like, the last thing you want to do is walk him to get to Bear Jones.
yeah, so Curiel, exactly.
You
Well,
know?
and then it's like
And then Dickinson has to do his part.
Right.
Like,
And
he's
he
got to do his
does.
part to protect Bear Jones, because if not, then they're just going to walk Bear Jones. But they know they can't because he's doing his part. So I know the cleanup spot has kind of changed. It's been, I think in this series, it was 3 different people, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, Milam batted fourth one of the games. at
Pearson,
least.
and then I think Fry in the other. So that part of it maybe is not figured out, but the first 3 are doing their job so well that it hasn't at least mattered so far.
And yeah, shout out to Curiel because you are the company you keep. And with his on-base streak, he just broke Mike Fontenot's record. So all the way back in 2000, he had just recently climbed over Dylan Cruz and Alex Bregman as well.
Some pretty decent names.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? If you are the company you keep, Derek Curiel and fine company right now.
All 3 big leaguers that he just jumped over.
Crazy.
And like longtime big leaguers.
Crazy.
Well, I mean,
crazy.
Cruz will be.
Yeah.
Anything else? Have we emptied the LSU baseball notebook? Anything else? When is Guidry coming back? Says Jamie. Again, on the Guidry front, just from reading through the between the lines on Johnson's answers and whatnot, you just gotta just wait. It's like you cannot hope for anything. I would say just put him completely out of your mind.
Yep.
Compartmentalize him out of your mind. And if he comes back and does something, and that's great. And if not, you just focus on what you do have right now.
I will say, and we'll get to it throughout the week, certainly, but with this series coming up, this was going to be one of the more difficult parts of your schedule, not even necessarily because of the teams, but because it was a back-to-back on the road in the SEC. So you certainly handled the first part, and now you got Nichols on Tuesday. Obviously, that one's going to be in Thibodeau's rescheduled game from, I think it was, early in February.
A few weeks ago, yeah.
Right, so that one's going to be in Thibodeau. So you're going to be on the road, 7 straight games. LSU doesn't typically play 7 straight games on the road because they at least have a midweek that's going to be in the box.
Yeah.
Not going to be in the box this week. So you have to be able to handle that. You have to be able to handle going on the road, certainly in the SEC. Auburn, I believe, dropped 2 of 3 to Alabama over the weekend, but still a very good team. It's going to be a difficult series. And so how do you handle that before you get back to Baton Rouge? Because the next week you have McNeese and then Alabama at home. But, as I said, 7 straight road games before you go to a long homestand.
And I like how this team plays on the road right now. They seem to be unintimidated. But again, it's every weekend's got to be taken advantage of. And we'll preview this next week. And extra day of rest for the boys, getting back to a Friday, Saturday, Sunday rhythm as well, which, of course, Cade after the 1:30 probably needs. But Auburn 6-6 in SEC player now, says Nookie. Yeah, it was just a great weekend. Again, appreciate the greatness that you witnessed over the weekend. All right, when we get back, we will close. That's the book. That's it. That was the baseball series. Very fun. Ton more to get to. Keep it locked here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
Pelican Roofing, guys. Go to pelicanroof.com. Pelicanroof.com. If you want South Louisiana's most trusted roofing experts with unmatched roofing expertise, you want some storm-ready roof solutions, storm season, kind of arriving here. You want to go to Pelican. And remember at Pelican, whether it's from answering the phones, have a dedicated project manager on every single site. We have employees every step of the way, which ensures a focus on your job and a quality experience that leads to those 500 5-star reviews. So go to the website. You can use the instant quote tool online. You can text them from the website. You can fill out a form and get a free estimate. It's so easy. Pelicanroof.com.
Yeah, when you go to the website, you get everything scheduled. You can kind of see the work that they've done in Lafayette, in Baton Rouge, and you're going to see it right there on the homepage. I mean, these are real reviews, 5-star across the board. Go to the website today to get everything scheduled. That's pelicanroof.com.
You gotta believe in the dream. Believe. You gotta believe in the dream. Believe. You gotta believe. My whole team on wild.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Savor game day platters and snacks, plus drink specials at 1717 Kitchen and Cocktail. So come out for game day and let our team make you the MVP. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
There it is, the extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary. For those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play. With safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Welcome to the 7th ranked morning sports show in America. Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to OTB. Wrapping up hour number 1 here on this Monday. Hope everybody's having a great Monday morn. Good luck with everybody with whatever the hell's going on with the economy. I have no idea. I'm not an economist. Who knows? All I do is talk about local college athletics every day into a microphone. So, you know,
sometimes we talk professional athletics.
It's true. It's true.
We yell at the Saints and Pelicans.
Unnice about that, though, right? Because, you know, it kind of allows you to live in this fantasy land where you maybe don't have to deal with anything serious. Like, or are you worried because you were about to retire and now your 401k is toilet paper? Well, LSU softball took 2 or 3 out of Bama this weekend, dude, so I don't know what to tell you. Big-time series win from Coach Terron and company. Dominate game 1, nail-biter in game 2. Again, some stuff to maybe figure out on Sunday. I loved Coach Terron's quote after Sunday's game. She said, I went to church, so check that box. But I think we just have to be able to make better picks than put in like a serious answer. So it's not Coach Terron avoiding church as to what has gone wrong on Sunday thus far.
Still a series win against a team.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
I know Alabama's not where they're typically used to being, like well inside the top 10, but still a top 25 team. And you win 2 of 3, and now you're going to get a good midweek opponent, Louisiana Tech, before you head to College Station.
So that's another successful weekend on the softball diamond. LSU Gymnastics, well, they do what they do. Claim their 15th regional in program history on Saturday. Another 198. Again, guys, for us laymen out there, all you need to know, if you are hitting 198, that is elite. You're going to have a very good chance of winning whatever meet you're at. And in fact, it was needed because, as Jay Clark said, this was the toughest draw, which I do not understand that. So you're telling me LSU is the number 1 overall seed, and yet they have to go to Pennsylvania and have the toughest regional.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Whatever. I'm not going to sit here and I don't know enough to sit here and stamp my feet about gymnastics seeding, but that seems absurd, whatever. But the 198 was needed. They get a 198.05, beating out Michigan State's 198. They win the regional. By the way, first time in program history, they've scored 198 in both regional rounds. So our girls are locked the F in right now. And now you're down to 8 teams, April 17th through 19th in Fort Worth. And again, I love this team's ability to rise to the moment. Maybe they can do it again. We'll see.
Yeah, it's their third straight NCAA championship. This is also a team, you laid out the scores there. They are riding high right now. Sometimes in gymnastics, you can kind of, I don't want to say half step, but it's like, okay, what do we need to advance? That's not their mindset right now. And they're like, let's just go dominate and win without question.
Straight killers. All right, we got some football talk coming up, hour 2. Keep it locked here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Hey, Baton Rouge. Remember Red Stick Sports, your hometown favorite since 1981. They've been here through every season, serving our community with pride. Still family owned and operated, they're more than just a store. They're a part of your life. Whether it's football, baseball, or any sport in between, they've got you covered. Any season, for any reason. Red Stick Sports is there for you. Swing by today and keep the spirit alive. Red Stick Sports, where every game begins. 5770 Essen Lane.
Why do billion-dollar insurance companies regularly delay and deny valid claims? Because that's how they got to be billion-dollar insurance companies. If you've been injured, I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7969.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21 12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 8 a.m. here on Monday, April 7th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect cloudy skies with a high of 82 in hour 2 of today's show. We'll talk some LSU football. We'll break down some position groups as they enter the final stretch of spring practice. We'll also talk some Saints as well. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah.
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Hey, they said I got to come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Oh, what's happening, y'all? What's going on? Welcome in. Hour number 2 of OTB. Hope everybody's having a great morning this morning. Hope you had a great weekend, whatever you got into. Sounds like Rock the Country was great. I know a lot of schools have their fundraisers. Hope every school raised the money to continue to provide for the next generation of our kids. And I hope everybody makes through this Monday all right. Scott says SMU Finance Bros is going to start buying everything cheap soon to get richer. Probably true. Yeah, probably true. Probably true. But again, we know, I don't know anything. I mean, my biggest point of focus this weekend was trying to continue grinding at Fred's at 1 a.m. when I was just dog tired.
Yeah.
Shin splints, quads on fire.
What were you doing at Fred's?
I can only imagine. So it started going around. Shout out Bull.
Listen. Early. This plan went into action early.
That's insanity.
Really before any drinks had really been consumed, like a little starter drink.
Yep.
And then one of our boys is like, hey, Fred's.
Oh my God.
Intellectual contagion.
So this was a sober T-Bob choice.
No,
I mean, not
no,
sober. Like he had a drink in his hand when we were finding out, but like he went no. But I messed up because I was like, oh, dude, y'all should go because it's perfect. It's spring break. So you're not going to get judged by all the college kids. And then it was like, oh, they're already there.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, it was already. I mean, there's always going to be strength in numbers, like we talked about. If we were going to be old people showing up at Fred's, you got to have a lot of us.
Right. That's a choice to like be out of college and go to Fred's.
Yep. And then we learned though.
Wait, what's the difference between us going and you going?
I don't go to Fred's.
I bet you would.
I would if T-Bob dragged me out there,
Exactly.
No, but then we realized. I mean, once you realize spring break, there's game on. Then somebody got in touch with them, and they're like, "All right, if you're
got in
coming over
touch
from
with them."
Yeah, I was like, "If you're coming over from the Cali, you get free admission." So I can only imagine what was going through because there actually were no college kids there. It was from there was nobody there. It was just us. Which also, I think we were in Reggie's actually the entire time, which is no longer
It used
Reggie's.
to be Reggie's. Yes, the overflow kind of.
Yeah, Fred's bought it. I believe.
Also, me and my wife were talking about this. It's so nice now.
Really?
And I know that's a positive, but it's like these kids,
kind of takes away from
these kids, dude.
Do they still have that secret bathroom in the wall?
Caitlin was like, you could have a wedding in here. I don't know, because I was on the other side. We were on the Reggie side.
You could have a wedding.
That's crazy.
That's coming from a wedding
Having a
photographer.
wedding
photographer
Fred's
that
would
shoots
be
all the nicest weddings.
excellent.
But yeah, so I can only fathom though what was going through the college kids who were like working the gate as, 50 to 60, 40-year-old adults show up fully suited and booted, like, because that was essentially, we were fighting for our lives up there.
Yeah.
On stage, me and my wife were trying to grind, and we were so dog tired. There's a video of us where we basically just look like shambling Walking Dead zombies. I'm holding myself up with my arms on like a bench, like trying to keep my hips thrusting. She's like fully leaned into me, slumped over, trying to keep her hips twerking, doing everything we can to keep grinding. Finally, we had to call it. Get me out of here. It was.
I did see a video of you dancing at Fred's.
Which one was that? Was
I don't
that
know.
The fight song one?
I
was
think
trying
it was
to do
the
my
fight
Golden
song.
Girls
it was
impression.
the fight song, yeah.
Yep, that's peak performance. 40 plus. Oof. Jeez.
You're not 40.
No, I mean 36, dude. I'm not 40. I guess I'm technically not, right? Whatever. The point is getting close.
I'm about a month away from 40.
Damn. It's real.
It's real. It's here.
Still
That's
tipping
real.
on fofos.
Yeah.
It
I don't
was
know
some
why I said that.
geriatric grinding, Scott. You are correct. It was it was
Bone on
autopilot.
bone.
It was autopilot grinding.
Grinding, like literally on bones.
Yes,
Bone on
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bone on bone grinding.
I mean, I'm still have shin splints. My right
That's
shin
crazy.
is killing me. I know. But it was a great time. It was a great time.
Did you get Jetpack to loosen up a little bit? He wasn't dancing at the gala.
No, I don't know. I don't think.
Did he end up
I
at
don't.
Fred's?
I don't remember seeing him at Fred's.
Wow.
I know. Old uptight Jetpack.
Wow.
What are you gonna do, dude? I don't know if I've ever seen him dance, really, though. Being honest.
I mean, me, you, and Bull tried to get him.
That's what I'm saying. We were sweating.
I was sweating.
Having a good old time. I do want to remind you guys, speaking of a good time, go to Goodwood Men's Sexuality. So I went by Goodwood last week. We can get my labs drawn, see what's going on in my body, get the results here pretty soon, go over it with them. But shout out my girl Mimi. First draw, good to go. Love to see it. I've had some hard veins to find in the past, but I really enjoyed sitting down with Gabriel, just getting like kind of a rundown of everything Goodwood has to offer. And one of the biggest takeaways, guys, I did not realize just how far the HRT science has come in the last decade. I did some about 10 years ago, and I enjoyed it. But to be honest, I was worried at the time about some of the long-term effects and whatnot. And so in talking to Gabe, what I realized is in the intervening decade, we have learned that it's much better for you than we even thought at the beginning, and that a lot of some of the perceived issues at the beginning are indeed not issues. And so if you feel like you're not your best self and you want to achieve that goal, maybe HRT is for you. Maybe you're walking around with low T. You don't have to be. Okay? There are multiple avenues to fixing it, and Goodwood can find the one that works for you. So, and again, that's just one of plenty of options that they have. If you're suffering from ED, you want to explore some PRP for your hair, anything like that, we penile enhancement. There's a ton of different services offered at Goodwood. But just go in today, get your labs drawn, have the consultation, and learn what they can do for you to get you to be your peak self. Go to Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness, yourgoodwood.com, yourgoodwood.com. All right, let's go ahead. Let's talk a bit of LSU football here. Let's talk a little LSU offensive line. As, again, we've talked about in the past, but I believe right now that when you look at this next year's team, this team will be as good as the offensive line allows it to be. Now, if you want to combat that statement, talk about the defense, sure, absolutely, right? Like the defense needs to take a step forward to justify all the investment that you've made over the last couple of years on that side of the ball. But offensively, you have a chance to be, and I do not say this lightly, you have a chance to be in the stratosphere of the 19 offense, of the Jaden Heisman year offense. Like, that's the type of weapons that you have. That's the type of returning quarterback that you have. The only thing that is to decide is what type of offensive line do you have. And so I want to explore the one thing that I'd forgotten about that got me a bit excited again, guys, Jake. I forgot you got Alex Atkins, former Florida State offensive coordinator, guy who was one of the hottest names, Broyles Award candidate, one of the hottest names a couple of years ago. Florida State craters. He ends up shouldering a lot of the blame. But when you talk about a great offensive mind to bring in former longtime O-line coach to be your run game coordinator and start to explore how to get that portion of your game better, like that's an elite pickup that I had forgotten about that got me a bit excited when I was reading again and remember that he was the run game coordinator.
Yeah, because if you can get going running the football, this was an offense that was 7th in the country in yards passing per game a year ago, and that was the first year for Garrett Nussmeier to be the starter. It's only going to go up in year number 2. You could make the argument that he's got better weapons this year than he had a year ago. I know you lose Mason Taylor. That's a security blanket, but you go get a couple of tight ends out of the portal. Trey'Dez Green's going to be a year older at that position. I think receiver-wise, I don't really even think it's an argument. I think you're much deeper this year than you were a year ago with some guys. Your leading receiver, which, again, we don't talk about it, Aaron Anderson, was your leading receiver. He's coming back into the fold. The running backs, you had a true freshman last year. He's going to be better in all phases, but, I mean, he's somebody that caught the ball well last year. You just got to run the football. And you're right. Like, you bring in somebody that is kind of their specialty. And it doesn't have to be the number one rush offense in the country.
No.
You just have to be able to complement what the passing game is going to give you. Again, 7th in the country a year ago. Better weapons. Quarterback in his second year.
Yeah.
Now, you know, pass protection was great last year. We do have to point that out. That certainly helped a pocket passer. So that part of it is going to be something to pay attention to. But as far as the run game goes, like, can this offensive line be better in the run game than that one was? I think it could be.
But, it's like you talk about helping out a pocket passer, and yes, absolutely, right? The pass protection, again, do not gloss over that elite last year. But you know what helps a pocket passer? When on 3rd and 1, he can hand the ball off.
Yes.
And doesn't have to try to throw a quick screen to Aaron Anderson with some pre-snap motion to get the defense on the run to try to gain it. Play action helps a pocket passer, where teams are actually getting sucked in by the threat of the run because you're popping off at 5 yards a carry right now and safeties are coming in, then all of a sudden, bam, over the top. So, I mean, to me, Jake, that's what I want. I want 3rd and 1 to not feel like an adventure. It's felt like a couple of years now where every time you've been in a short yardage situation, you feel like you're almost climbing uphill, like punching uphill. And that should never be the case.
It was so difficult against any opponent. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't just like the elite opponents that you played. It was any opponent that you played. It was conference non-conference. You couldn't get it done on 3rd and 1 at the goal line. And they were trying different things. You go back to the South Carolina game, they tried a full house backfield with Gabe Relaford back there.
Yeah.
I mean, they were trying to anything they could to create some movement up front to be able to make that where it was 9 times out of 10 and not 3 times out of 10. Like, it was a chore to be able to go out there, line up, and get that yard. And so you're right. Like, that has to be something, like, I would even say, like, 3rd and 3 or shorter. Like, you should be able to run the football with the passing offense that you have.
Yeah.
Right? On 3rd and 3, teams should be so terrified that you're going to beat them through the air that opens things up, and even that can become something where you expect to get it.
Yeah, and that was maybe the craziest part to me last year was eventually you did feel like you capitulated and you just almost gave up on running the ball in some of those short yardage situations, and it was always some sort of design, quick hitter throw that was like, you know, in theory an extension of the run game, but still came with a bit of predictability and came with the risk of the pass not being perfect or a ball being dropped. So with all that in mind, that is to set up, okay, who will the offensive line be then? And it's a weird time for LSU where they've been doing spring ball. They go on spring break. Now they're back. And you're going to go try to finish off your battle for pole position heading into camp.
So a year ago, I was trying to find the numbers because I wanted to make sure we got it right. You were 104th in rushing yards per game a year ago. Yards per attempt, you were 76th in the country. Rushing play percentage, to your point, would you just kind of lay it out where you pretty much gave up on it because you weren't good at it? You were 40.86% of the time, which was 127th in the nation.
Yeah, you gave up. You gave up
I mean,
on running the ball.
You were almost dead last in running the football because you had to say, we can't do it. Let's stop beating our head against this brick wall. So credit to them for like moving on and finding a way, but you shouldn't have to find a way.
No, and so who will you be relying on this year, potentially? As we exit spring, who will be, again, spring ball is like qualifying in a NASCAR race. It does not guarantee you that you will be a starter, that you will win the race, but it does decide the position going into camp, which is when it will be decided. And it looks like at left tackle, Tyree Adams is going to be very hard to unseat. He had a really solid Texas Bowl filling in for Will Campbell. He's been having a great spring. He's at that age, Jake, redshirt sophomore. If you are a big-time recruit, redshirt sophomore, especially on the line, I feel like is when you really come online. You've been there for 2 years. Your body's now mature. Your brain is now mature enough to handle a college playbook. Like, for me personally, that's when I finally came online. So I think Tyree Adams makes all the sense in the world at left tackle. Though the other names kind of in the mix are Solomon Thomas and Carius Kern, but I mean, a couple of freshmen there. It's got to be Adams. It's probably a problem if it's not Adams, to be fair.
You got some options. You went in the portal and you grabbed some players that have a lot of experience starting, but that's more going to be in the interior. I think when you look at Adams, when you look at how he played last year when he went in there, absolutely he is going to get the first opportunity. And then it's like, okay, well, is it going to be Thompson at guard? Is it going to be Chester moving over to guard? Is Moore going to slide in to the center position? At right tackle, I do think that's going to be an open competition.
Yeah.
We do, oftentimes we forget, like Weston Davis was a true 5-star guy coming out, and he's got the talent, like first-time player going to be in there. And so can he go out there and win a job? But what I saw in the bowl game, man, that was a crew that said, you know what, screw it, put your head down, go to work. And they kind of mauled in that game.
They did.
Against a team in Baylor that had been getting after the quarterback. And they won 6 in a row going into that game.
Yep, they were hot.
So that was very encouraging. And T, you know this as well as anybody, the confidence that can give you as you head into fourth quarter and offseason training and spring football, which they're currently in right now. So there's still open positions. I don't think necessarily anything is set into stone, but you do have capable guys with capable starts that you go get from the ACC, from the Big Ten to be able to come in here, give you that veteran presence to pair with some young guys that seem like they're ready to take over.
Yeah, like Jake said, interior-wise, there's a lot of different options that could take place. At left guard, it looks like it's going to be DJ Chester or Paul Mabenga. Mabenga, I thought, got better and better and finished strong last year, but DJ Chester probably more of a natural guard than he is a center. At center right now, guessing that Braylon Moore will maybe end up winning that job. I mean, again, that's why you brought him in here, though he'll have to go prove that. But either way, you have a very experienced center in DJ Chester, so I actually love your depth at center. That is really good. Like, and that's the other thing about the interior. You seem to have injury insurance because of all the different options you have. At right guard, Josh Thompson. Another one of the transfers coming up from Northwestern, joining late. He's been repping at tackle as well.
Yeah.
But I think in the most perfect line, maybe he slots right in there right guard. But then again, look, Cohen Eccles
still there too.
Yeah, and Mabenga's still there. We got Cohen Eccles in the backup role who's in the mix. Bo Bordelon as well, Carius Kern. So there are other names. Really, I think one of the big keys is will Weston Davis, like you said, Jake, can he win that right tackle job, and is he ready for the right tackle job? Because if he is, that really frees up a ton positionally to mess around with that inside with Thompson, Moore, Mabenga, Chester, Eccles, Bordelon. Like, there's a lot of different options you can start to play with.
Yeah, DJ Chester's somebody that I think could benefit from moving to the guard position. Look, he stepped in and played center last year. It wasn't all bad. I don't want to act like it was, but also there was a lot of pre-snap penalties. He led all of the power conferences in pre-snap penalties at the center position, if I remember that stat right from the bowl game. That was something that was a problem for him. Now, it could get better in year number 2, But bringing somebody in from Virginia Tech that's got starts, that understands the position, and then you free up DJ Chester's mind a little bit. Now, I would lean on you in this conversation. You played both. I'm sure you felt more free at guard than you did center.
Yeah, definitely. Everything in life is a resource management game. How much of my resources am I committing to the mental side versus the physical side? And, yeah, it's not close. It's not close. At guard, DJ Chester can just be firmly focused on taking advantage of his massive size.
Yeah.
And strength. So, again, the best starting line, I say that, I don't know, right? Please let somebody prove me wrong, because I would love that. You always love when guys outperform the labels that we try to put on them. But probably feels like Tyree at left, either Mbinga or Chester at left guard, Braylon Moore center, Josh Thompson right guard, and then Weston Davis right tackle. But again, we'll see. There's a lot of football left to play, but that group has to find the answers for this LSU football team to end where they want to be. All right. Coming up next here on OTB, let's talk some Saints draft, as there's some very interesting rumors flying around. Keep it locked. You're on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding. GEAUXTommys.com. You work with Tommy's, you're going to see the difference clearly. And so if you need a Hardy Plank or vinyl siding, wood or vinyl windows, you need any type of door, you want to go with Tommy's. He's been at it for 30 years. For 20 of those years, he worked for somebody else, and he learned this business inside and out, got his 10,000 hours. He said, you know what? There are things that I would do differently with my customers. And, well, that's why every year Tommy's has been in existence. They've taken home that Angie Super Service Award 8 years running, because it's just an incredible customer experience with energy-efficient options that save you money over time, lifetime warranties. GEAUXTommys.com.
Yeah, when you go to the website, one thing we always want to make sure that you check out is the testimonials of past clients in the greater Baton Rouge area, but also check out the gallery of work that they have done, just so you can see it for yourself and what they can do. But also remember that they can customize your job. Whatever you're looking to get done, Tommy and the team will get it done. Go Tommys.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Baton Rouge's home for real rock. It's Eagle 98.1. Foo Fighters. Led Zeppelin. AC/DC. Pearl Jam. And the flagship home for LSU sports. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. Eagle 98.1 is the rock station.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
Downtown by myself, and I had so much time to sit and think about myself, and then there she was, like double cherry pie, yeah, there she was.
Back to sports talk. Maybe. Off the bench.
I smell sex and candy here. Who's that lounging in my chair? Who's that casting devious stares in my direction?
Mama, this surely is a dream. Oh, well. Hello. We have a new D1 baseball top 25. Let's see what old Kindle and Co. decided to do this week after triggering LSU fans last week. Well, there's a new top team in the nation, and it is the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Oh, I thought maybe it would be Texas.
It is the Arkansas Razorbacks, 30-3 on the year, like LSU. 11-1 overall in the SEC. They are now first in the country. Texas coming in at number 2, Jake. Of course, they are 26-4 on the year right now. And then how about them Tigers? LSU coming in at number 3, back up where they belong, 30-3 on the year after their perfect 4-0 week. Clemson checking in at 4. Tennessee dropping from 1 all the way down to 5 after getting beat by A&M in their series in Lindsey Nelson. You got Ole Miss at 6. Uh-oh. What?
Yeah.
Huh? I haven't thought about Ole Miss being,
They're pretty good.
Yeah, really good in a little minute again. I was used to them falling back. I thought Bianco was done. Looks like he may have one more in him. Georgia 7. Oregon State, homeless, yet still very good at baseball. Checking in at number 8. Florida State drops all the way down to 9 after a 2-2 week. And then UCLA at 10. And then you get to some more like Auburn, Alabama, UC Irvine, Louisville, Oregon, North Carolina, Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt down to 17 now, even though they had a perfect 4-0 week themselves. Oklahoma drops all the way to 19.
Well, they moved up.
Yeah, Vanderbilt from 23 to 17.
Damn, so Vandy almost dropped out. Oklahoma all the way down to 19. What else is interesting here? Ooh, Coastal Carolina's back in the top 25. Keep them the hell away from me. Don't ever want to re-experience what the Chants did all those years ago. Kansas 22, Southern Miss, Arizona, and Virginia Tech rounding out the top 25. Who all dropped out? Arizona
Dallas
State, Kansas
Baptist.
State, and DBU.
Yeah.
Damn. So LSU back up number 3. Are we happy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're a top 3 team.
Right? I mean, it's well-deserved,
Yeah.
And they weren't going to jump Arkansas or Texas after the
No,
weeks they
look,
had. Like, this makes
it
sense.
is what it is.
Texas beat
Texas beat you. You got a very similar record. Now they did lose that midweek game, but still, they got a little half a point, if you will, over you right now.
Yeah, they've lost a couple midweek games. This LSU baseball team is not because, again, I do not know how a midweek pitcher is supposed to face down this LSU lineup right now because they are so locked in and so disciplined and so deep and playing so well. Shout out to the guys at Trash Rangers. So we're doing a little spring cleaning right now, and we had some big items that are like, look, we got to do something with these things, right? Like a grill that I didn't know what to do with. Like I got rid of my Christmas tree platform because I had let it rot a little bit. Not good. But the point is, I needed a roll-off dumpster. I called up Trash Rangers on Friday. It was there 2 hours later. Great price. I have for up to 2 weeks. I mean, it's just a level of service and give a damn that you don't get out of national companies. So if you need roll-off dumpsters, call up Trash Rangers. Go to trashrangers.com. Get in touch with them immediately. If you're a business and you need front-load dumpsters empty 1 to even 6 times a week, we got you. And if you live in Livingston or City, remember, you can make the switch residentially to Trash Rangers. Go to trashrangers.com, trashrangers.com. Oh, Taylor, would you look at that? It looks like old T-Bot has photoshopped us into the piano picture from the Paul Skeens, Livy Dunn GQ photo shoot.
I knew it was coming. How do I look?
That's why you look so hot, actually, dude.
I mean,
it's actually crazy.
You know.
I mean,
This is crazy.
Bro. Telling me you want it?
That's hilarious.
Telling me you want it?
Yeah, I'm telling you I wouldn't.
You're crazy.
Also, like, you, like, genuinely look like Paul Skeens in these. Like, you
It's
look like
'cause
you
the
were
facial
always
hair.
yeah, like, you look like you were always in this picture.
Yeah, it's because the facial hair. If
Look at
only
us.
I
There we are.
had.
There we
yeah, I mean, dude, Taylor's hot.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say. Look at him, you little minx. The best part about this picture remains that is Baton Rouge in the background.
Yeah.
I thought it was Pittsburgh, not realizing that GQ just happened to come to Baton Rouge on the day in which the city got its largest snowfall in history. What a picture. All-time good. Shout out to my robot son, T-Bot. All right, so I do want to talk a bit about the Saints in a little bit because Dion. Have y'all seen Dion kind of pushing New Orleans a little bit here? You seen this, Tay-Tay?
Yeah, I saw it yesterday.
Flirting, trying to. Here's what I want to explore. We'll go ahead and go to break because I don't want to mess up the clock too bad. But what I do want to explore is, like, Dion keeps pushing this idea of Shedeur Saints. What's the end game here? Is it legitimate? Trying to entice somebody else? Let's explore on the other side. Keep it locked on Off the Bench. Toyota of Baton Rouge. You go to the website, you can search the inventory by make and model, by keyword, by budget, if that's going to be your main guardrails for your next vehicle, which, you know, makes probably the most sense nowadays. And maybe you can explore things like a Toyota certified used vehicle where you still get a great price and warranty coverage. Either way, you want the team at All-Star to be your guide in the car buying wilderness. Go to All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge, allstartoyotabatonrouge.com.
Go to the website today, spring break coming up. Maybe it's now, maybe it's next week, whenever that might be. Go ahead and reserve that rental. But summer vacation is coming for everyone. And it's never too early to reserve that rental. You need something bigger. You're going to the beach. You got more luggage than you normally have. You got the chairs. You got the whole deal. Well, seeing a minivan might be that answer for you. But multiple options with every option available. Go to allstartoyotabatonrouge.com.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
At Atmos Energy, our Smart Choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances, smart thermostats, and weatherization upgrades. Together, we're fueling our energy future.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
It's not just a game, it's a religion. You've got your team colors, team swag, and now your very own website. LouisianaSports.net. Everything LSU, Saints, and Pelicans. Sports on demand. In-depth coverage by sports writing pros with continuously updated news. And with the LouisianaSports.net newsletter, you get pinged directly with top trending stories. Best of all, now and always. No paywall. It's free. LouisianaSports.net. Powered by 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Your home for Louisiana sports.
crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar.
I want you to want me.
Back to sports talk. Maybe. Off the bench.
I want you to want me. I need you to need me. I love you to love me.
Is this the Cheap Trick version? Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that I was first introduced to was Letters to Cleo. And do you know what movie it would have been in? The final scene, they're playing on the rooftop. I'll always associate with that movie. Great.
Empire Records?
Late 90s, early 2000s. No, but not bad from a vibe standpoint. 10 Things I Hate About You.
Ah.
Elite teen movie.
I associate this song with, what's the movie? Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Mike Damone, he's like the ticket scalper, and he's selling them, and he's trying to give them tickets to the concert. And like,
Cheap
this
Trick?
is one of the songs he's singing, yeah.
Shout out 10 Things I Hate About You. Brilliant. That was when I first, along with everybody else, probably formed a crush on Heath Ledger. And that smile of his.
God.
I thought you were going to say Julia Stiles, but I should have known better.
Julia Stiles, awesome in it as well. Joseph Gordon-Levitt. It's a great movie. It's a great movie. I wonder, I haven't seen it in years. I'd like to see how it holds up. All right, so let's talk then a bit about the New Orleans Saints, because what's going on with Shedeur Sanders right now is very interesting, and it appears to be intrinsically tied to New Orleans. We all know Cam Ward is going 1 overall, correct? It appears that Cleveland is terrified of their ability to draft quarterbacks. And so they are saying that they're putting it out there, at least, they will not be doing so. And that will likely be taking Abdul Carter. And look, Carter and Myles Garrett on the same team, in theory, should be absolutely terrifying. Now, Myles Garrett already is absolutely terrified. It hasn't meant anything to Cleveland. I don't know if it's going to mean anything, but I do appreciate Cleveland's just absolutely, they've just been, they're broken. Their spirit is broken when it comes to quarterbacks. And they know, like, if we just don't trust Shedeur Sanders enough to want to take that risk when Abdul Carter's right there. And I actually fully understand that. Because the thing about Shedeur is he's a good quarterback prospect. He's not a great quarterback prospect. Probably, to be fair, I probably would have said that about like Bo Nix last year too, and he ended up being pretty, you never quite know at that position. It's a weird position. But I understand taking Abdul Carter there. The Giants, you would think, okay, well, they need a quarterback. They'll go Shedeur at 3. Well, they just signed Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston. Seems like a lot of commitment to then draft a quarterback at 3 overall and have him sit behind not 1 but 2.
Yeah.
Different guys. And then you start to run down the list, and nobody else appears to have any interest in Shedeur until you get to the New Orleans Saints at pick number 9. A team that in theory should be in the market for a first-round quarterback, especially if it's the second quarterback on the board. Like second quarterback on the board in any given draft. I mean, that's, most of the times that's somebody that you would be getting excited for. And it appears that Dion is kind of reading the chess pieces the same way as he's been talking about the New Orleans Saints. He's been talking about how when he points to Colorado's black and gold logo, how much he likes the colors. He posted pictures on Instagram of him talking to Saints quarterback coach Scott Tolzien and Keith Williams, wide receiver coach. He's been pushing the Saints hard. Now, the question is that because he legitimately wants Shedeur to go there, or does he think that the Saints want Shedeur and he's getting excited about it? Or does he think that if he gets past New Orleans, who knows how far he will end up falling, and that he's trying to incentivize some other team by trading up with or ahead of New Orleans, saying, look, if you want Shedeur, you better get before the Saints because they want him.
I don't think he wants the fall if he doesn't go to the New Orleans Saints. So if the Giants, like you said, if they pass on him, I don't think the Raiders are going to give Geno Smith that type of money and select Shedeur Sanders. I think Ashton Genty's probably going to be the play there. So if he doesn't go to New Orleans, he's not going to Chicago, San Francisco, Dallas, Miami, Indy, Atlanta, Arizona, Cincy, Seattle. I mean, I could continue to go on and on and on. Tampa.
Would he make it all the way out of the first round?
Maybe the 21, the Steelers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
So if he doesn't go 9, he's going to have to wait possibly, unless the team trades up, which they certainly could do if they really like him, but he's going to have to wait. And so as we start to see what the fit might be, it looks like with the moves that those teams have made at 3 and 6, so if it wasn't going to be the Browns, and the Browns seem like they're going to take Carter or Hunter at 2, then I think he realizes it's got to be the Saints, or he could last until 21.
So he definitely has a lot of personal incentive in pushing this idea of Shedeur to the Saints. The thing is, though, I'm not hearing a lot about the Saints being all that interested in Shedeur, which maybe I feel a bit conflicted about, simply because we have we have made much of the fact that the New Orleans Saints have not drafted a first-round quarterback in 50 years. And so you're like, okay, well, wait a second here. You're telling me you have the chance to get QB2 in the first round? Like, why, without giving up any resources? Well, like, do you not need to at least roll the dice here and see what you have? And so I understand that. But again, at the same time, the NFL hive mind does not think Shedeur to maybe be worthy of a objective top 10 ranking, right? Removed of context of like who's on the board and everything else. Like there are players that you can say, okay, this is a top 10 talent any given year. That does not appear to be the case with Shedeur. But then again, to continue to just argue with myself, like you never know with quarterback, Jake. It's always a coin flip as to whether or not a guy's going to be good, even with the top prospects. So if you're the Saints, you haven't drafted a first-round quarterback in 50 years, Shedeur's there, do you pull the trigger?
I don't think you do. I don't know that he helps you in the near future right now.
Not this season, probably, yeah.
The way that you have structured this team and the contract that Derek Carr has, you have, I mean, just such holes in your offense with playmakers, in my opinion, that like if you drafted him, I'm not sure that he would play over Derek Carr right away.
No,
okay?
he wouldn't.
Right? So, and you're not going to cut Carr. So you have that asset that's just sitting behind Carr. And Carr, as we talked about, I think it was Thursday last week, he needs weapons. He needs help. He's got to have somebody to help him. He is not a player that can do it and create on his own.
Yeah.
So if you take Sanders, that doesn't help you maybe for 2 years.
And Carr's still going to be awkward next year.
That's what I'm saying. So, although, to get a first-round quarterback, to get somebody that has a high ceiling would be very exciting because it's been 50 years, but this doesn't feel like the year. Like next year's quarterback class, and with Carr's contract situation, okay, maybe you feel better about it.
Yeah.
But this isn't even against Sanders. This is more the direction of your football team. You need a receiver. You need playmakers. You could take one of these tight ends in this draft that's kind of a jack of all trades. You could take a game-changing running back if Ashton Genty is still there, if the Raiders don't select him at 6. You can, if you want to continue to bolster up the D-line, which is you spend a lot of time and effort there, if you want to go Mason Graham, if he's available, if you want to, Mickey Loomis, trade back and gain assets. Maybe you trade
maybe Deion Smokescreen helps in that regard.
Maybe you trade with Pittsburgh. Maybe they move up. I don't know that. I don't know that they would move all the way up to 9 because they're looking at the same thing we're looking at, that nobody needs a quarterback. But maybe you could drop back to 12 and pick up a second or a third round pick because you need that kind of help. Sanders doesn't help you now because of how you formatted the team. Again, this is not against him as a player. I actually think that he is going to be a starting quarterback in the NFL.
So, I mean, to bring it back to where we started, you're not unlike the Browns in this regard. You basically are saying we have too many problems elsewhere, and our needs are such that almost without him being an overwhelming talent, that quarterback just can't be high enough on the priority list this year. If you're talking about the best way to build this team for this year. So, again, I get what Deion's doing. I think it's more about trying to stop the fall. Unfortunately, for all of his lobbying, I don't think the New Orleans Saints are that interested in Shedeur Sanders.
And honestly, they shouldn't be. Now, again, the way they formatted this is kind of taking them out. And if there was a generation, if this was one of those quarterback years where it's like, I've got 5 guys in the first round, and you had somebody fall to you, a couple years ago, if you loved Josh Allen and you were there at 9 and he fell to you, then you select him. This isn't that same situation. And there's receivers at this spot. I think there's going to be some tight ends at this spot. There might be a running back at this spot. And if none of those players are there and you don't want to trade back, would you rather have, Mason Graham? There's a couple of different.
That's kind of interesting. Graham or Sanders or
if Jalen Walker's there, would you rather have
Will Johnson? Is he talking about?
He's in that kind of range. He's like 10 to 15. But again, personally, with what you have and the needs that you have, if you think about it, like trading back 3-4 spots, think if you move back to 14.
Trading back would be perfect, but again, what's going to incentivize someone to want to trade up to 9?
It just depends on what's still available.
Yeah,
we've never seen, the draft always plays out differently than we think.
That's true.
But if you move back from 9 to 14 and Tedero McMillan sitting there at 14, if you get Tedero McMillan at 14 and then you get a second round pick,
that'd be
compared
huge.
to, a quarterback that's going to wait for a couple years.
No, that'd be huge. Hell, you could trade back and maybe still draft the quarterback. I guess unless somebody traded up to
technically you could, yes,
to pick him. So I would not expect it despite the noise, but it has created a very interesting dynamic with the draft just 3 weeks away. All right, when we get back, let's go ahead and close out hour number 2 of OTB.
Off the bench.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Parish Construction and Roofing.
This is Coach Kim Mulkey. Go to parishbuilt.com for all of your roofing needs.
From your hometown, parishbuilt.com.
These ice cubes could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they cradle and cool the crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Nicely done, ice cubes.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Back from the break, where the sports talk gets real. Kinda. Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Oh, it's Masters Week. I don't really care as much as a lot do, but I do enjoy it.
Not at all.
Not at all, not even a little bit for you?
But I get the intrigue for sure of golfers and why they would enjoy
keep this
it.
playing, Alondra.
No question about it. I get the intrigue, but y'all know me. I'm a meathead. These hands don't fit around a golf club, you know. It just looks awkward. It's like a caveman trying to out there play golf. It's just bad.
I like...
I didn't grow up anywhere close to a golf course, if you know what I'm saying.
I have some very positive memories of back in the day going over to like Dr. Bankson's house for like Masters Sunday, big spread.
Oh, I bet.
Watching Bubba Watson or something. So, you know, you always have those moments. And it's kind of like when we were all cosplaying as hockey fans for the
U.S. Canada?
Yeah, for the U.S.-Canada game.
Yeah.
Like, I just cosplay as a golf guy for a weekend. It's fun to pretend and to watch and just dip your toe into a fandom that you normally don't.
Without question, again, I completely get it. It's like, for me, people don't understand Champions League. But, like, Champions League to me is like my Masters.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to sit there, and it doesn't matter if I root for the teams, care about the teams. I'm going to watch
You're
Champions
going to watch the best
League.
club teams.
I'm going to watch the best of the best in the world. I get the Masters. I'm going to bet on the Masters. Every year, I'm going to take, like, 3 long shots, and I'm going to bet them. I do it every year.
Have you ever won?
I've gotten runner-up.
You don't get anything.
No. You get a pat on the back and an attaboy.
Yeah, I thought so. So I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be really fun. I know this is cliche and tired and boring, but I'm looking forward to running into a Masters nap at some point this weekend. And it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, see, when somebody's like, I'm looking forward to this event for the nap.
Hey. I mean, hey, don't hate, bro. I love a good footy nap.
Do you?
Footy nap also elite. No commercials. Are you kidding me? Just a constant ebb and flow of the crowd
so
and the
early
announcers
for me,
and everything else.
I guess Champions League's an afternoon, but it's during the week.
I guess I don't run into him as much, to be fair. But
let's see.
Should we get some of that the bird song with Jim Nance's voice?
I think we should all, select a golfer with some crazy odds. All four of us place a bet.
Yeah, I'm down.
$25, nothing crazy. Like Sam Burns right now is plus 12,000.
Is Daly playing this year? No,
Patrick Reed's plus 10,000. Shout out you high.
Can't do it.
Why?
I don't know. I'm just not I don't know. I don't know much.
Tommy
about
Fleetwood plus 4,000.
Keep going. Give me
John
more
Rahm
names.
plus 1,300.
John Rahn's a great name.
Yeah, that's actually.
Good golfer,
that's actually
too.
like I was about to say. That actually seems like a pretty.
I mean, he's third best
good
odds.
Yeah, I was about to say he's got to be up there. What about Hideki Matsuyama?
He is plus 3,000.
Huh?
But Spieth.
3,500.
All right, I'm going to take him.
You would.
I take Spieth. I've always liked Spieth.
What about Scheffler? I'm going to go over real underdog here.
Plus 400.
Oh my God, he's good. Hour 3 next. We can win.
Off the bench.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
There it is, the extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary. For those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play. With safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
HD2, Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21 12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 9 a.m. here on Monday, April 7th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect cloudy skies with a high of 62. In hour 3 of today's show, we'll have weekend winners at 9 a.m. Then Devin Snow hops on the show at 9:15. If you missed hours 1 or 2 of the show, you can catch it in the on-demand section at 1045ESPN.com. You can also follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel. Hour number 3 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Let's go! All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah!
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
We're trying to figure out our Masters meal. What would you be eating if you won the Masters? You just like cheap sesame chicken and cheap lo mein. Nothing nice. Bring you down here in the mud with me. One meal to rule them all. One meal to bind them. One meal to bring them all into the darkness and bind them. In Chinese food where the shadows lie. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I got to think. Coming up with this hour, tail late hour, we got a little weekend winners. We're going to get our guy Dem Snow. We want you to get involved as well. YouTube.com/1045ESPN. Have we missed anything from the weekend? I don't feel like we have. I feel like we've been I feel like we've been running the gamut thus far, but let us know in the chat if we have. Let's go ahead right now, though, get in a little weekend winners.
That's how winning is done.
That's right! We can't have anyone freak out there, okay? We've got to keep our composure. We've got too far.
I'm by winning. I win here and I win there. Now what?
Are you doing what it takes to win a championship?
Wow, winning.
Well, then I guess there's only one thing left to do. What's that? Win the whole thing.
Weekend winner. TV shows that are released episodically instead of binging. Now, look, I know people have a lot of strong opinions on White Lotus Season 3, and the real Lotus heads say it's not as good as Season 1 and 2, and I'm sure y'all are correct. I've not seen Season 1 and 2, however, and I found Season 3 to be thoroughly enjoyable. And what fun it was last night to have something to look forward to all day with the wifey, right? We're like, going through our day, going to church, everything else, and finally the kids go down to sleep. My wife made some kind of Thai-themed cocktails, which was nice. A couple cocktails, tasty little snack food, and we sit down and watch the finale as Imagine This, the same time as everyone else in the country. And it was fantastic. Something to look forward to. So away with you, you binging hooers. I don't need you or want you anymore. I want you to make me want it and make me work for it a little bit. Make me wait a week for that payoff. Shout out to White Lotus. I think you did that and did that very well.
Yeah, I love the first 2 seasons. I've only watched the first episode of the third. I like you, though. I like the anticipation of 1 episode per week. Certainly in a show that's really well done, the anticipation build up.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm going to probably have to
Now
binge
you're going to have
it.
to binge it, yeah.
I'm going to have to catch up here, but I am with you. I know we're in the minority there, but give me the anticipation.
I wonder if we are in the minority.
Like
Don't
when Game
know.
of Thrones, like it was like
Don't know.
You sat down and you watched it as it happened.
Yeah.
Same House of the Dragon, same thing.
Avo's exactly. Oh God, can't wait for that to come back. Ava Marzwani says starting the show in season 3 is insane. I agree if it wasn't an anthology show though.
Yeah.
There are connective tissues, and I'm sure I missed
some for sure.
I'm sure I missed some things, but like you can go dive into any season of Black Mirror and be fine. Any episode of Black Mirror for that regard. So yeah, not. I don't know if I'll go back and watch season 1 and 2, even though I think they were all like this show was awesome. There's just I did watch an episode of The Penguin last night too, and that thing is sick.
It's real good, and it closes well.
I've heard that.
Good close.
Really like the first
Everything
episode
wraps
of Penguin.
Up. Yeah, you'll enjoy it. It's really well done.
DC, few hits in the James Gunn era with
Yeah.
the Batman movies. The Suicide Squad, Peacemaker was a great show. Now this show, I'm really excited for that Superman movie. Anyway,
Weekend winner Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Tell him about it.
He signs a 14-year, $500 million contract extension. He is going to be a Blue Jay, unless they trade him, for the rest of his career. He is 26 years old. This will take him till he's 40 years old. My goodness. I mean, $500 million. And look, he's been a great player. Had an incredible year a year ago. He's a 4-time All-Star already. Of course, his dad is a Hall of Famer. What a feeling to be able to, you're a Hall of Famer. Now your son signs a 14-year, $500 million
Pretty good
contract. And, he's on track to be a Hall of Famer himself. So
Just a couple of adoptive Canadians. Actually, is Guerrero Jr. a born Canadian? Would he have been born in Montreal?
He could have been.
Right?
Yeah, certainly. Yeah.
Let's see.
Maybe
yeah,
a native.
He was. He's a native Canadian.
There you go.
There you go.
Also, I don't want to say this is the reason for his success, but Vlad Guerrero Jr. born on February 9th, which happens to be my birthday. So
Yeah.
sorry, not junior, senior. So shout out to that.
Yeah,
that's
shout
pretty
out.
interesting to note.
I
Pretty
think so,
important,
too.
I'd say, to the conversation. Pretty germane.
I think so too.
Thank you.
Yeah. Weekend winner for me, couple weekend winners. Don't look now, but Rafael Devers getting a little hot at the plate after a terrible start. If y'all remember, he was like 0 for 19 with 15 strikeouts. He went 7 for 11 on the weekend.
No way.
With 6.
No way he came back and went 7 for 11.
7 for 11 on the weekend.
Well done.
6 RBI.
Okay.
And 1 home run. So his average is now up to 263 after starting 0.
Hey, look, he's a good player.
No, he is.
So it was shocking they wasn't. He was
all-star.
at
DH for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Breggy doing Breggy
I was going to say,
things.
has Dylan Cruz come
So
online
Dylan
yet?
Cruz got a couple hits this weekend
Okay,
as well.
there we go.
They faced the Diamondbacks. He had 11 at-bats and 3 hits in those 11 at-bats.
Nice
so,
job. He just needed to get some hits.
Yes.
Yeah, he needed
break the seal.
He'll get there, yeah. But Breggy doing Breggy things as well. 6 for 13 on the weekend, 7 RBI and a home run yesterday. So
I did see something about the Red Sox surging.
yeah, the Red Sox beat the Cards, I think, the whole weekend.
They swept them.
I think so. But yeah, they won. They had a doubleheader yesterday and won like 10-1 or something like that.
Side note, Musso's pants also surging.
All right.
Tay-Tay?
Yeah, so I'm going to go Alexander Ovechkin breaking the Wayne Gretzky scoring record. However, you guys will love this one little nugget for you. So Gordie Howe had the scoring record before Wayne Gretzky. That title stood for 31 years. Wayne Gretzky broke that record March 23rd of 1994. His record also stood for 31 years. So fun little nugget there. Alexander Ovechkin, though, 895 goals and a record that some people thought would never be broken.
That is, that's pretty objectively incredible.
Insane.
Chat says, hashtag weekend winner, us getting to see Dawn Staley throwing a tantrum on TV after getting their ass whooped. So I didn't get to watch any of the final. Did the Paige Beckers just win off?
Oh,
Gino Oriyama back.
They just
saying, not so fast, guys. I'm still here. They just beat the hell out of them.
Just smothered them.
Yeah.
82-59.
Wasn't close.
Damn.
She's like giving very Kim Mulkey vibes on the court.
Yeah,
Staley
good.
was,
I love it because she's normally so cool and calm and collected. Everybody gives Kim such crap.
She's cussing on the court. Yeah.
Good. Yes.
Also, though,
they've become somehow UConn became the lesser of two evils.
No, for sure they did.
A team that was the Empire forever somehow became the rebellion in this Dawn Staley, South Carolina dominated age.
Anybody who watched that, post-game interview with Gino Auriemma, you got to like a guy like Gino Auriemma. He was choking up, talking about how, he thought he was done. He's like, maybe I've just been here too long. He hadn't won since 2016. And then they asked him about Paige Beckers. We know, 2 season-ending knee injuries for her at UConn. And, you could tell Gino really cares about the players. So, shout out Gino Auriemma. He's a weekend winner.
I was going to say, Gino and Paige are very likable.
Yep.
So they bring, the good to the team. Yeah. Huge for Paige to come back from injuries and have a great season.
Chat says, hashtag weekend winner, Matt McMahon getting another top transfer.
Yeah.
Number 50 ranked Porter player, Marquez Sutton.
Tay-Tay's going to tell you about that.
What you got, Tay?
Yeah, 6'9", average 18.9, 7.9 rebounds last year at Omaha. He is an excellent player.
Omaha tournament team.
Yeah, 47%, almost 48% from the field. He can knock down some threes as well. Hit 28 of them last year. Had 36 points, 12 rebounds against South Dakota this year. That was his season high, and they actually turned out to be an okay team. So Marquez Sutton, really good addition for Matt McMahon.
So give me the kind, what? Because it's so much turnover. It's hard to keep track of it. If you know Tay-Tay, what are the holes that still need to be filled here?
I think you still need a true point guard because you got DJ Thomas. He could score. He's a really good scorer. I think you need that. As far as your post play goes, you got McKinnon on the wing. He's going to be a good wing. Rashad King, he can do guard or wing, but you have Robert Miller back as of right now. You have Damian Collins back. Jalen Reed said he's coming back. This guy here that you grabbed, he's 6'9". So you're actually okay down low, at least right now. I think you need a true guard, like a facilitator.
Okay, Matt McMahon. It feels like he's putting together a team now, though, where we will be able to hold the expectation to the team.
It's a no excuses year.
Yeah, and say, look, you got some more resources, you got the players, now you got to go win. We'll see. Anybody else? Winners, losers?
I have a
Terron Armstead.
He is retiring
at 33 years old.
Yeah, man.
An incredible career, 12 years. Obviously, what he did with the New Orleans Saints out of Arkansas Pine Bluff, right?
I'll never forget him running that 4.72.
4.71.
Oh, 4.71. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Here I am saying
4.71.
I got it wrong.
Well, you're very, very close. But what a career. And 33 years old, still young, but he ain't got nothing he's got to prove.
No.
The job that he did, 9 seasons, I think, in New Orleans before he went to Miami.
Body ended up betraying him a little bit. It's a tough position.
It did. But look,
beast, though.
Played at a very high level for a long time. Got rewarded with that 5-year, $75 million contract to go to the Dolphins, and certainly one of the better offensive linemen in the last 10 to 15 years.
Yeah.
And going to be one of the ones that Saints fans certainly remember for a long time.
Very positively. Maybe like a Saints Ring of Honor.
That's what I was thinking. I didn't want to maybe like get above my skis there, but I feel like he probably
feel like
is.
he's definitely in the mix. Maybe we're going to ask Dev next. Who's your loser, Alondra?
I wanted to give like a quick weekend loser to Turf Fields. That's that.
Yeah,
but,
I agree. I was going to say Oklahoma's Field as well.
Yeah, that's for like youth baseball, just so you
That's
don't
for
get
the
games
Lugnuts,
canceled.
Which is no disrespect to the Lugnuts.
Yeah, Lugnuts again did win a championship on a turf
5-0
field
over
this
the
weekend.
Weekend winners, the Lugnuts.
Yes, but that's what it's for. It's for that age.
Yes.
Yes.
Also, the Pirates organization and Jason Mackey, because they had a Roberto Clemente, like a sign out in right field.
Oh, yeah.
Where
Dude,
they
this
were
is
like
so
honoring
bad.
him.
Yeah.
They took it down and replaced it with a Surfside ad.
I don't know. It's like a
which is
seltzer ad.
It's like
looked
an alcoholic drink. Yeah. I don't know exactly what it is, but yes, like a seltzer, some sort of alcohol. They replaced it with that, and Roberto Clemente Jr. comes out and he's like, they didn't tell us about this. It's very disrespectful to my father's legacy. And just weekend loser, just the Pittsburgh Pirates organization.
You don't spend any money
Don't
anyway.
spend money.
You're ruining Paul Skeens.
Paul Skeens is going to be out of there immediately. The best thing that could have happened to your organization, and you're not going to pay him. I already know you're not. And it just...
And now
Clemente's,
you erase your only good part of your history for a seltzer.
Yeah, to have it pulled up. You see it right there in the corner. You see Clemente, and then now just boom, big old seltzer can.
That is late stage capitalism.
And to not even replace, put his
put
patch
it-
somewhere else,
yeah.
if you were going to do that, or put the Surfside
Put the
ad
seltzer somewhere else,
No,
yeah.
absolutely, yes. But if you weren't going to, it makes no sense.
It's just so like.
At least the president did be like, hey, this is
like, yeah,
my
that's all
fault. Nobody else's fault in the
Yeah.
organization. It's all my fault.
Yeah, well, okay.
Because a lot of people would throw somebody at least under the bus.
That's true, but I'm doing what you do, and I'm like, well, duh. I sure as hell ain't my fault. Get it fixed, dummy.
Yeah.
All right. Any other winners, losers? Anything else going once?
The Braves won a game. I guess that's a winner.
That's right. Weekend winners. Braves now 1-8.
They won a game. They won a game.
Yay!
Hell yeah!
Dylan Cruz got a hit, and they won a game.
Yeah.
There we
Yes.
go.
Life is good. Actually, Christian Little had a good minor league start in his first debut or something I was reading. Some Mariners fan made a whole thread about it. Anyway, weekend winners, the LSU staff as well. They're awesome.
Oh, yeah.
We broke it down all hour one if you missed it. Coming up next, Dev Snow, a.k.a. Held the Mail. Keep it locked here on OTB.
Off the bench.
Go to centralplumbing.org, 925-8552. Centralplumbing.org is the website. 925-8552 is the number. And when you call said number or go to said website, you get to deal with Central Plumbing. The place has been fixing your plumbing problems for nearly 50 years now, y'all. With flat rate pricing, licensed, bonded, and insured employees, excellent warranty once the work is done. You have peace of mind every step of the process. So if you need any plumbing repairs, hit up Central Plumbing. Even though, look, man, maybe we'll do like a bathroom model, something like that. Tankless water heater, something like that. They got you back. Go to centralplumbing.org, centralplumbing.org.
Yeah, they certainly do, T. And if you've got a business and you want to completely update what you've got going on, just always remember, there's not going to be a job that's going to be too big. So if you have like a downtown building and you got the entire floor, they have got you covered. But even if it's a small project at your home, they can make sure that you walk away incredibly happy. Go to the website today. That's centralplumbing.org.
You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe. My whole team on wild.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
And they started backing.
Welcome in to the best morning sports-ish show around. Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to Off the Bench. T-Bob, Jacob, Landra, Tay-Tay hanging out with you today. And right now it's time to talk to our guy, Dem Snow, a.k.a. Hold the Mayo at Snow Like John on Twitter. Dev, what's happening, brother?
Yo, what's up? Snow Like John on Twitch, baby. Don't sleep. I'm on that Twitch.
Yeah, I see. So I see you doing a ton of okay, I saw you doing some game stuff. I know you've been doing a ton of work on the Spread Quarters YouTube channel as well. Update everybody and kind of the schedule now, because I see you doing a lot of call-in shows, some streams. I saw you streaming. I think it was WWE 2K, where you were streaming a Royal Rumble and drinking and watching it. I love that. Very fun. So what is the schedule and where everybody can find it over there at Spread Quarters?
Yeah, I mean, every Sunday night I'm doing HCM Live still, which is the call-in show. So I'm doing that every Sunday night. Once the draft, which we're almost there, I'll be doing it Sunday and Wednesday night. So that'll probably be starting in the next couple of weeks. And then on Twitch, it's just whenever I'm gaming, which is a lot. And I feel like I really missed the ball on getting Twitch started like a long time ago.
Yeah.
But and either way, I mean, dude, I love it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'll be on that. Let Fournette be on that too. He's on that Warzone. I tried to play with him. I got smoked, dude. I just can't play that stuff.
Yeah, it's I'm kind of with you, man. The older I've gotten, I've lost my I've kind of lost my edge at like competitive shooters. Also, none of the battle royale games ever got a took to me. The whole game mode from PUBG to Fortnite, I mean, whatever, name it, Warzone, any of it. It's never quite ensorcelled me. It's been what was the last shooter that you would feel like you were addicted to, Dev?
Damn, bro, I had to go far back. I'd probably have to go to Gears of War. I was super addicted to Gears of War.
God, I love Gears 1.
Yeah, bro, that was a great game. I mean, I've been addicted to Call of Duties. And I still play zombies. Like, I just beat the Easter egg they came out with. This past weekend, they just dropped the zombies map. But anyway, yeah, I don't do the Fortnite stuff. It's just too fast-paced. These dudes, they looting boxes. I don't even understand how they can comprehend what they picking up out the loot box. I need time to sit there and decipher. They don't.
Yeah,
so.
I know how that goes. I guess Overwatch probably would have been my last one that I really loved. Even though everybody's done Marvel. It doesn't matter. Dev, hey. I saw you go for Hogs on Saturday, dude.
Yeah.
It looks like another year in which, obviously, you have continued to rise in terms of being like one of the faces of New Orleans, of Louisiana. Were you feeling the love on Saturday at Hogs?
Absolutely. It was a beautiful day. I stopped at Blue Plate Mayo's tent, thinking I was just going to hand some cups out, like whoever walked by. Dude, next thing you know, I'm standing in front of Roast Beef Po' Boy. There's a line of people thinking it's like a meet and greet, which it wound up being.
Oh, no way, dude. A line just to meet you.
An organic meet and greet.
Dude, that's crazy. Did that feel like that? Does that still feel surreal? Have you gotten used to it?
Oh, yeah. No, I love it, man. I don't get out that much. So when I do, of course, And again, let's just go back to what this is better than. This is better than selling cars. So
True.
Oh, very, very well said, Dev. When do you think T-Bob's going to be back allowed to go to Hogs with you? Like, when's the suspension? When's the suspension going to be lifted?
Oh no, bro, dude, it is a lifetime suspension. It feels like
It's been. We're working on like 3 years.
my dog got Pete Rose out of Hogs.
Yeah. Who was the commissioner that would have passed that down?
Oh,
Pete?
my
'Cause
gosh.
It's basically my wife. That said, it is my fault though. My fault. That said,
you're the only guy that I've seen pass out on a what do you call it?
Hay bale.
Hay bale, yeah.
It's a comfy little hay bale. What do tigers dream of when they take their little tiger snooze?
That's about the moment where people started realizing that this thing is more than just like a barbecue festival.
Yeah, bro. I mean, again, I know you went on Saturday. The Friday night parties, both years that I went to Friday night parties, was two of the craziest things I've ever seen in my entire life. But my wife did. We were flirting with the idea of going Saturday in the run-up to it. So the door has been cracked open again. It was just that, like, we hosted the U-High Gala on Friday, and, like, it was just, I knew it was going to be, we were going to go balls to the wall, and I needed, like, 48 hours
Or
to
as you
recover.
said on stage, nuts to butts.
Nuts to butts, baby. I was trying to get everybody excited to do some grinding after we raised some money, and they were. And we did.
They did, yeah. All the things were true.
We raised money, and then we grinded our butts off. It was great.
They had some dude perform Saturday. His name is Zach Top. I mean, I never knew about this guy. I mean, thousands of people huddled the stage to watch this guy.
So actually,
Alondra's been on that for like 2 years. Yeah,
Alondra and Tay were hyping him up going into the weekend. Was he good? Did you like him?
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Kind of like a more like classic country vibe.
I don't know. Yeah, like Alan Jackson.
There you go.
There you go. Nailed it.
Yeah.
God, there was an Alan Jackson at the U-High Gala who like donated some stuff and won some stuff. It was so hard for me not to like just do the cheesy thing that he's probably had to put up with his whole life and just start singing like Chattahoochee or something.
Well, and like he also,
I mean, I really had to struggle.
He's the guy that owns the Blackout Ranch.
I
where
know.
we donated a package to go hunt at the Blackout Ranch, and he gave us hats that just say Blackout on it. And there's never been a more perfect hat for me to wear. It's bad because I put it on and it encourages me to do the very thing that the hat says.
Yes.
There's just certain people I don't think will ever die, and Alan Jackson's one of them.
There you
Judge
go.
Judy's one of them, so.
Dev, what about this? Last Monday, RB&R Day, looks like you had a feast. Not just that. Looks like, I mean, so you went out to Mahoney's. Is that up there in Abita?
No, Mahoney's on Magazine in New Orleans.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. It's a well-known spot, and then one of my buddies bartends there. That's the problem. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, you were taking a lot of shots, Dev. It couldn't have been that late in the day either.
No, it was 12 o'clock during the day. Dude, my week's so thrown off, man, especially with this Monday stuff. Like, that's why I didn't go to Hogs for Cause on Friday. I didn't want to get hammered, bro. I can't be getting hammered like that all the time. But yeah, no, it was fun, man. Lots of good. They had muffalata egg rolls.
That's what I wanted to ask you about. I love muffaladas. Every Monday, me and Quad Bob will go to a little place over here in Canatellas and get this little muffalata special. But what were the muffalata egg rolls like? What were you dipping them in?
They had it was like a green pesto.
Oh
yeah. Yeah. Muffalata egg rolls with a green like pesto dipping sauce. It was It was fantastic, man. It's my favorite thing I had there for sure.
So is hot sausage po' boy though your go-to po' boy?
Oh, I love hot, dude. People need to speak more about the hot sausage po' boy. It's man, as I get older too, it's like it's just moving up the rankings for me. You know, like I feel like I got the hot sausage like number 2 maybe.
I'll always be a fried shrimp normie. After that,
oh, you're basic.
Yeah. But after that, I'm with Deb. I'm probably at hot sausage, barely edging out fried oyster.
Yeah.
But what about roast beef? Damn it.
Yeah, oyster's not in my top.
Dev, I went to R&O's in Metairie over the weekend,
Used to live right by there.
and that just felt like a Dev place. We were in a baseball tournament down there, and I was like, Devin, he's been here. Like, this is a spot that he's been to. Am I right there?
Yeah, R&O's, legendary roast beef. Where y'all went to Lakeview Playground?
Gosh, what part do we play in? I think.
Are you right by my house? I lived walking distance.
Right there, the one on
Airline
Airline.
back in the day.
LaSalle,
okay,
maybe?
yeah.
LaSalle Park?
Yeah. All right, yeah.
You're right by the Saints
one
facility, but we drove to R&O's, and I was like, this is a Dev spot right now.
Oh, yeah, love R&O's. That is, that's the legendary roast beef po' boy spot.
Yeah.
When they play baseball over here, dude, at Lakeview Playground, it's T-ball. And I'm telling you, like, it sounds like the Yankees are playing. They go so hard, bro. They go so hard.
Hey, what was your what was the best thing that you had at Hogs on Saturday?
I'm trying to think, man. It's not something you would have expected. It was like, I don't know how to explain it either, so it's going to sound dumb. But it was like burnt ends into a taco, but it was refreshing. It had like cucumbers, carrots. Yeah, it was very good for like the daytime. It's from Secondhand Smokers. By the way, the team names just never fail. You know what I'm saying? They get that.
Secondhand Smokers is a great name. Oh,
yeah, I mean, Hogwatch. I mean, they had so many. Like, yeah. Oh man, it's a trip. I mean, they got so many characters too. You know, all these teams are trying to win like social media awards.
Yeah,
you
for
know,
sure.
There's like 100 different awards you can win at Hogs for the Cause. But yeah, I'd probably say that rap, man. I hate to say a rap, but it was that rap. It was so fine.
There's something about, I think you nailed it, refreshing, right? Because there's something about when you get the heaviness of the burnt ends, a little cucumber, bringing a little hydration into the mix.
Yeah.
Makes me
because you got to be careful when you have Hogs for the Cause, because you can really get yourself back on the couch quick, like with that
Yes, dude. Actually, I barely even eat when I've been there normally because I'm just in like straight music festival.
I know
party mode.
We got to get off this food.
Yeah, I know.
What about, hey, Val Kilmer died, so it leads me to think, what's your top 5 Batmans?
Okay, I saw you tweeting about this. Okay, I'm gonna we talked about it.
We did it on air. Where did we go?
Number 1 was Christian Bale.
Yep.
Yeah.
Number 2,
Michael Keaton.
we went Keaton.
Okay.
I think on my list, I actually went Robert Pattinson 3.
Wow.
Yeah. You don't agree? What's your top 3?
No skins in the game, dude. I mean, and I'm just saying from a movie standpoint, which is, it still answers the same question. I mean, obviously Dark Knight with Bale, but I mean, I got Val Kilmer, Batman Forever. And maybe it was just a star power in that movie with him, Jim Carrey, Tommy Lee.
Yeah.
But that Batman Forever, man.
I mean, so I also saw a tweet this weekend. What was like, what's an objectively trash movie that you absolutely love, even though you know it's bad? And to me, that's kind of me with Batman Forever. Like I don't think it's a good movie, but I'll be damned if that wasn't my favorite Batman growing up, and it wasn't even close. And now it was more because, like you said, I think even Jim Carrey and Tommy Lee Jones. But like, yes, I freaking loved Batman Forever growing up.
For me, it was the one that they did with, like, I feel that way about the one they did with Arnold Schwarzenegger, Uma Thurman,
And George Clooney.
Yes.
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, another one. Again, we were kids. Like, those were made for us, and as a kid, I ate them up. I thought Robin was like the coolest character I've ever seen in my life.
Oof, holy rusty metal, Batman.
Chris O'Donnell, shout out, dude.
Yeah, Chris O'Donnell. I won't forget it. But yeah, and then I got number 3 for me. I got Dark Knight Rises, and then I got 4 and 5. I got the one that the Michael Keaton ones, the one with Danny DeVito, and then the one with Jack Nicholson, who was a great Joker.
Eventually, I'll watch Dark Knight Rises again, but I don't know, man. I don't know that I ever loved Dark Knight Rises. Maybe I need to watch it again and see if I've changed my tune. Maybe I was just had too high hopes after Dark Knight. I don't know.
I mean, I thought Bane was pretty good.
Yeah.
I thought he was okay.
Oh, man. It's okay, T. Nobody's perfect.
I think they got screwed because they couldn't finish the Joker, you know?
That's true, too.
If Heath Ledger never dies, who knows what we would have gotten.
Yeah, like a combo with both of them.
Yeah.
Dev, before we let you go, we did want to ask you about the Saints. Shadur Sanders to the Saints at 9 seems to be gaining some steam. T-Bob and I are not in favor of it. You got more issues than Vogue right now. Quarterback right now is not going to help you. But where are you at, Dev?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that I would, take my ball and go home, but I think there is like 3 other players that I would probably draft before him, at least. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love the receiver from Arizona. I know they said that he don't watch film. I don't know how true that is, but, this dude's a dog, McMillan. I love Will Johnson out of Michigan.
Yeah.
I think that would be a good pick as well. And then, of course, if Will Campbell did fall, I compared him last night. You know what kind of career I think Will Campbell's going to have? A very similar career to Jake Matthews, the tackle for Atlanta.
Yeah. He's been there forever. He's kicking ass.
So I think he might be still there.
Dev, Terron Armstead, Saints Ring of Honor, yes or no?
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm making sure. I'm just making sure. You're an expert. I didn't. Me and Jake thought so, but that's okay. So emphatic yes.
Dude, do y'all remember when Terron Armstead? I think it was against Buffalo like years ago, and they would run in like some type of play to his side, and he just absolutely like obliterated this dude for Buffalo. This is a game where we beat him like I don't know, it was like 40 something to not a lot, but I just remember that, man. I was like, this dude, bro. When he was healthy, that's the thing. When he was healthy.
Yeah, when he was healthy, he was different.
He probably started about 5 a year, but
I feel like early on he didn't though, did he? I felt like early on he was pretty 24/7 available, but maybe that second contract thing started to get a little wonky.
Yeah, that's about right.
Dem Snow, aka Hold the Mayo. If you want to pick up some of your merch, go to htmsports.com/shop. Dev, give him the YouTube channel, the Twitch channel again.
Just Hold the Mayo on everything. I mean, you can find me on the Hold the Mayo or Snow Like John, but I mean, it's easy to just type in Hold the Mayo.
There you go. Dev, you the man. Have a great Monday. Can't wait to see where you go for RB&R today.
All right, y'all take care.
All right,
take
Dev.
it easy. Dev, no. Yeah. Man, I really want some of those burnt ends with cucumbers.
I know we got way too deep in the food talk. I'm way too hungry to be continuing anything.
You know what I haven't stopped thinking about since he told us about it? Porchetta. When Chef was talking about that Italian dish or whatever with the pork belly, that's what was it? Kind of like fried on the outside and then chopped up and everything. Oh my God! If anybody knows where I can get some good porchetta, let me know. I want to try some. When we get back, take the Adaville story of the day. Keep it locked off the bench.
Off the bench.
Go to All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com. That website, you can search all the inventory. You can see the great deals they got going down right now. Buy 3 tires, get the 4th for just $1. How about that? Remember, though, if you need a body shop or a service center, All-Star Toyota is open to all makes and models. Doesn't have to be All-Star, doesn't have to be Toyota. You get free professional estimates. You get excellent lines of communication. And if you mention Off the Bench when you go in, you get $250 towards your deductible. How about that? Go to All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge, allstartoyotabatonrouge.com.
Go to the website today. No matter what you're looking for, van, midsize, full-size SUV, multiple trucks, multiple sedans, multiple hybrids, multiple everything over at All-Star. And we tell you every single day because it is factual. Buying new, leasing, and renting, they're all available. Not going to find that anywhere else. So if you need that rental, call Miss Lisa Sessions today. Go ahead and reserve that rental for summer vacation. All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Huh. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Back at it, where sports talk meets pure chaos. Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
What's happening, y'all? There's some... Daniel Blunt says, Trevor Penning has dreams about being Armstead's towel. Bruh. Look, don't, just because we're celebrating, like, let's give Trevor Penning some credit here, right? He was okay last year. I get it. He'll never be what you want him to be for the price you paid and whatnot, and that kind of is what it is. But at this point, you got to meet him where he's at and hope that he can step up. And he got better last season. I think he was actually sneakily one of the bigger positives of the year in kind of a roundabout way where, you know, maybe that just speaks to the dearth of positives that the New Orleans Saints had. Penning's got some for us this year. He obviously, look, I will say this, if nothing else, he seemed to do better in an offense that put him in better positions than what Carmichael, again, that was really everybody in the offense, to be fair. But, like, just going from Carmichael to Kubiak seemed to be an upgrade. Now you get Kellen Moore. In theory, that should be an upgrade as well. And they said they like Fuanga and Penning as the tackles. So, just saying, like, you can still be upset with it, but give him some credit for getting better. No? Am I wrong?
No, he got better. He did. He got better. He looked
he looked like a disaster in preseason.
Yeah. He looked like he had the yips. Like he wasn't going to be able to get fixed.
Yes.
So I honestly, I didn't think he would finish the season being the starting tackle. Just
Yeah.
because like he was throwing no-hitters out there in the preseason. We talked about just like where did he learn that talent? Now, I'm not out here saying that he was great. In the run game, he actually was pretty good. Like I think it would be above standard. Pass protection still got a long way to go.
What was the final grade on pass pro? Sorry,
51.6.
Okay. Still an improvement, but I guess that shows you.
70.1 in run blocking.
Okay, that's pretty damn good.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's go.
He really struggled at the. Oh my!
That's his combine.
That's a very funny picture. That's not a good picture.
I completely lost my
I
train
can say
of
this
thought.
because I was
dessert table.
I can say this because I was nicknamed White Roach. That's a pale man, right there. Golf South says T-Bob, that is giving Penning credit. Last offseason, people were saying he couldn't even hold Armstead's jock. The towel's an upgrade. Okay, true. Good call.
It is funny. Gosh, and we talk about this all the time. 687 pass blocking plays for him, okay? And he gives up 6 sacks. Now, I gave up 50 hurries, and so, like, you know, that's obviously something you in pressures. I think it was 61, but only 6 sacks in 687 attempts. That tells you how good you have to be to play tackle and us consider you to be good.
Yeah, geez, brutal job. Brutal job.
It is the one thing in football that you basically do have to be perfect to be considered elite.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it shows you how hard it is to get to the passer as well when you have these high-level quarterbacks getting the ball out of their hand, which, again, to go back to Shedeur, seems to be the problem.
Inside move is what gives Trevor Penning the most trouble. He gave up 3 of his 6 sacks on an inside move in only 84 attempts. Percentage of times he lost, they would consider him losing the battle. On an inside move, 29%.
Yeah, I mean, swinging his hips wide open.
Opening the gate.
Yeah, open the gate leaves him kind of susceptible to a little up and under. But again, he took a step forward. He kind of got rid of the yips, right? Like Jake was saying, the thing where you're like, oh my God, like he can't even really function right now.
Yeah.
Now, can he take that next step forward this season? Maybe so. Saints winning over 5.5 games. Remember, book it. Book it, guys. Book it. All right. I'm going to remind you about Boudreaux's Electrical. Go to boudreauxelectrical.com. You want a Generac home generator? Keep the lights on. Protect your family during storm season. Boudreaux's Electrical has your back. And look, they have 24/7 monitoring. They're family-owned and operated since 1982. They provide more power, more protection. And when you work with Boudreaux's, every single customer is treated like a VIP. So get that generator. We have great financing options available as low as $159 a month, guys. That's awesome. Go to boudreauxelectrical.com, boudreauxelectrical.com. Let's get a quick Tay-Tay NFL story of the day.
It's time for Tay-Tay's NFL story of the day. Your daily dose of NFL news from Taylor Sharp.
Julio Jones calling it a career after 13 seasons. He officially announced that over the weekend.
He's been like 16 or 17, to be fair.
Yeah, 13 years, 6th overall pick in the 2011 NFL Draft. In 2015, he tied Antonio Brown with 1,800 receiving yards, and then a year later, he helped the Falcons reach the Super Bowl that we remember how that one turned out. But guys, I remember looking up what he did against the Saints because people were like, oh, well, the Saints killer's gone. In 13 years, how many touchdowns do you think he had against New Orleans?
I don't know.
3.
That's it?
3 touchdowns in his entire career. And since the Saints drafted Marshawn Lattimore in the spring of 2017, not a single touchdown against the black and gold.
Well, didn't that kind of become the problem with Julio at the end of his Atlanta tenure anyway? They could not get him the ball in the red zone.
Yeah.
Like, he just wasn't catching touchdowns at the end anymore.
Yeah, 3 touchdowns against the Saints in his career.
Hall of Famer?
I think Julio Jones is a Hall of Famer.
Right?
I mean, he's a 7-time Pro Bowl selection. many times did he make All-Pro? I mean, he was...
Felt like he was the best receiver for a hot minute there. Actually, you know who's got crazy numbers and I just never realized is Antonio Brown.
Oh, yeah.
Antonio Brown has
for
like
sure.
legitimate Hall of Fame numbers. He's just, I don't know if he's going to make it because he's a madman.
Well, he didn't play long enough either. I mean, he retired at what?
No, but that's what I'm saying. Even in that context, though, his numbers stack up against all the other Hall of Fame receivers.
They do.
And he did it quickly, but he's just crazy.
So, I mean, you remember, people didn't want to put T.O. in for some of his antics, and, like, that's a guy who was third all-time in receiving yards.
Yeah. Avo says Julio had 3 touchdowns and 4 fumbles in his career versus Saints.
Yep.
There you go, baby. Good story of the day, Tay-Tay. All right, when we get back, close out the show.
Off the bench.
Get Gordon and get it done. 225-888-8888. That's the number to call. If you need somebody who's going to stand up to them all and get you what you deserve. Go to getgordon.com. You can see past results from other clients. You can see all the cases that they handle. You can fill out a consult form right there online if you want them to just call you back and get in touch with you. There could be switch will do so right away. Also, follow them on social media at Get Gordon. We see a lot of great content with your favorite athletes and members of the G Team. Get Gordon and get it done today.
Go to the website and have a chat with them right there on the homepage. Ask a question. See what they can do for you in the courtroom, what they've already done in the courtroom. You can also find them on social media. Like T said, at Get Gordon's going to be the handle always on all major social media. See what they're doing in the communities throughout Louisiana. And then in Louisiana, it is your area code followed by 888-8888. Get Gordon and get it done.
There it is, the extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play. With safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Baton Rouge's home for real rock. It's Eagle 98.1. Foo Fighters. Led Zeppelin. AC/DC. Pearl Jam. And the flagship home for LSU sports. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. Eagle 98.1 is the rock station.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Welcome back to Off the Bench, where the takes are hot and the sports talk is questionable.
And you had your feet left down. Telling y'all, welcome back to OTB. Ask the Bench. Auburn, Bama, Tennessee, the next 9 SEC games. What's our record?
I think you get the series win over Auburn. I think you get it over Bama.
6-3.
Yeah, so I'm right there with you, Jake.
Yeah.
Very chalky, very simple, but I think you end 6-3. I don't know how the combination goes with how good this team is playing. 6-3.
Tennessee's going to be a little interesting to watch.
It's gonna be tough.
At home.
It is.
Ask the Bench. What are y'all eating / cooking for the game tonight?
What
It's
game?
Monday.
I don't have anything
National
special.
Championship, I guess. I know. I kind of feel you there for basketball. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have anything special planned. I mean, I don't know.
It's Monday. I bought salmon yesterday, which dictates we're having a little
It's a good one.
salmon, broccoli, and rice and avocado probably. I love to get it all, just mix it all up, and then throw a little wasabi in there. Maybe a little, what's the red sauce? What am I blanking?
Sriracha.
Thank you. Good God. A little wasabi and sriracha. Get some seaweed wraps. Very good. Also, do y'all ever mess with that Japanese barbecue sauce?
Yeah, I like it.
God, I'm obsessed. I can put that on
So good.
anything.
So good.
Anything. Better Joker, Mark Hamill or Heath Ledger?
I mean, Heath Ledger's
Heath
go-to
Ledger.
Joker.
Heath Ledger, but shout out to Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill, voices of Batman and Joker in the animated series. They are also legendary. But I'm with you. Yeah, Heath is unreal. Ask the Bench. I dreamed last night Dos Equis nominated OTB for a national award after seeing huge sales numbers immediately after becoming a sponsor. Who must go to thank when he flies to Vegas to claim it? I would love nothing more than if we actually did help Dos Equis achieve maximum success. Shout out to Dos Equis. We're going for Dos this spring, guys.
Pretty funny.
I got the 4-pack of the barbecue sauce. All are good. I know I'm with you, William. I do too. All right, guys. We love you so much. A huge thank you to everybody. Shout out to Landra Tate, producer of the show. And we'll be back tomorrow. Some more OTB.
Off the Bench.
K2Z Interiors and Outdoor Living. And if you want to increase, take your interiors and outdoor living to the next area. Damn it. I meant if you want to take these areas to the next level, K2Z is the answer, right? Whether it's the correct drapery, blind, shades for your inside to really bring the room together, gain some efficacy when it comes to cooling your house, keeping the glare out of your house, or you want to put in some drop-down exterior shading so you can be grilling and chilling, or maybe some shutters. It's all there at ktozblinds.com.
Yeah, go to the website today, see what they can do for you. Also get your appointment scheduled. The thing that we love about K2Z is they're going to show up and you're going to kind of tell them what you're looking for, and they're going to know your space better than you do in 10 minutes time, and they're going to make sure that they do exactly what you need for your home. Go to that website, ktozblinds.com.
It's not just a game, it's a religion. You've got your team color, team swag, and now your very own website. LouisianaSports.net. Everything LSU, Saints, and Pelicans. Sports on demand. In-depth coverage by sports writing pros with continuously updated news. And with the LouisianaSports.net newsletter, you get pinged directly with top trending stories. Best of all, now and always, no paywall. It's free. LouisianaSports.net. Powered by 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Your home for Louisiana sports.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
There it is, the extra mile. Those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play. With safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star